Welcome back to another instance of Field of Flies. The last time our group had already entered Mirithi's compound and had met up with a mysterious, powerful mage, which had them on the ropes for a short time. Though starting at the end of the last session, you royally trounced them, captured them, sort of, and brought them into the wake, where Omen obliterated them with fire. And we are standing just in the wake of that. Still in the wake, speaking of, you guys had walked outside of the compound in this alternate world, and you beheld the world in the wake, which is a constantly shifting, highly charged with emotion plane. It generally takes the shape of the physical world, altered by the perceptions of the people on the material plane. And in addition to this sort of dark and gloomy spot, you also got to witness the vortex of wind and magical energy to your east, a considerable distance. And but it doesn't seem to be an immediate threat. It's just over there looking unpleasant, and the rest of you still have time to do as you will. So what do you want to
do? Let's go back to reality and try to find where people are, where our friends are from there, or if we have a minute, there's hold on, I just need to check one thing. But yeah, like I'm asking if Uman, do you think we're ready for another round? If there's somebody else like that back in the compound?
I can deal with someone else like that easy.
Okay. I have one idea. There's this special enchantment that the Inquisition uses to hunt down mages, and that would make all of this a lot easier. And I could enchant Null's gauntlets to be able to do to be able to tear through shields, magical and psychic shields. The problem is we really need to be careful with enchantments like this, because if it's turned against us, it could get us all killed. Oh, by the way, before based on the runes and the design, I've been able to figure out what the objects that we got do. So here you go. The Archmage's pipe. Omen, I think you should have it. If you...
That's smoke.
I have that. No, I have that. I took the 3 of those. How are you gonna read them if I had that?
Yeah. I'm just saying, based on the design, it's not useful to you at all. It's more useful to Omen. If Omen charges a fireball through there, Omen would be able to select who inside of the fireball is hurt by it and who isn't. It's not as useful to you as far as I'm aware, but the ring would definitely be useful to you. It allows you to cast a shield of ice once every 3 turns, and gives bonus to resistances.
Okay, good. Sign me up. Who has it?
Well, I'm keeping the 3 I have.
No, okay. Listen, Karma is vulnerable. Karma could definitely use the robes that allow you to transform into water. You can't wear the robes on top of.
I don't have the robes.
Okay, cool. Karma should get the robes, and you can keep the ring and the staff. I just think the pipe would definitely be much more useful to us on Omen right now.
Finders keepers.
Well, we're not leaving here until you give it over. So, how about that?
Oh, you guys want to lose again?
Um,
I mean, I didn't think this was such a big deal. You guys already have tons of artifacts.
we
How about you hold on to it for me?
Yeah, I'll hold on to it.
And then, if you want me to be of any use to you in a fight and not set you on fire, then you hand it to me.
Yeah, when I need your help, I'll call you.
Alright.
Teamwork.
You leave yet?
We could have been out of here if we just handed over the girl. My friend would have was just.
We're gonna
We want
have.
to be talking about that again.
Yeah, we
So-
are gonna
Now-
need to have a talk about that just later.
As a quick note, I'm really sorry. None of you grabbed the other girl. Did you?
Yeah,
Someone
we did.
Someone
We
did.
did.
You have another.
Because like we were carrying everybody. We had made a list of everybody who couldn't move and who was being carried through the portal. And from what I remembered,
I remember that. I think I forget who, but I know somebody carried the other girl.
All right, let's focus. We need to be able to work together if we want to save. Lydia? No, what?
In Gale?
Gale. That's the one. Gale. Okay. Do we want to take a minute for me to improve? Noel's
Improve Karma's Noel's coordinates, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Is that going to make us easier to detect?
No, we already have a lot of magical artifacts that aren't concealed very well. It's not gonna make the ones he has right now will be just as easy to detect as the enchantment I'll put in it. No, I'm putting this in your hands. As a token of trust. I'm gonna put a double enchantment on it. One allows you to break through shields very easily. The other one allows you to control how much damage you're dealing to the person you're attacking, meaning you can simply not murder mages, but instead just simply knock them out. That's what we're going for here, alright? You'll be able to control how much... Yeah, and a third enchantment is going to make your damage a little bit better.
Listen, I'm not gonna add fuel to the fire, but yeah, I'll do that. And if I get the chance, I'll knock out whoever you say you want knocked out. But I would like a little more companionship next time when I'm frozen in a block of ice.
Yes,
Okay.
and since you'll be the person who's able to deal with mages most easily, you'll have that. You'll be our ace in the hole. So we're going to have so we'll rely on you to do that a little bit better. All right. Okay. I am going to have to remove the enchantment that is currently in your gauntlets. I believe it. I gave you. I made you gauntlets of ogre strength, right?
Yes.
All right. Well,
I didn't know they were of ogre strength. That's pretty cool, but they make me stronger.
that's what we call this enchantment. All right. I haven't had time to look over this enchantment since I've left the Inquisition, but I remember how it's done, so it shouldn't take too much time. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it in a minute. It's just gonna take me a minute, and I'll be done. So I pull out the sun and moon daggers that I'm going to use as fuel for this enchantment.
Never. Oh, make an occult check. Okay, I'm sure you make it because it's you. But
Yeah.
so you pull out these daggers that Genus never let you look at. Never.
Wait, you're gonna destroy her dagger.
You pull out these daggers that you've been able to watch her use. You've seen some of their powers, but you've never let her look at. And as you do, you're sort of like you have to observe them for the ritual, and you're setting them up. And like sun and moon daggers are what she called them. But even though they're blackened, as you're like feeling them, you can there's some sort of this black coating isn't part of the artifact. It's something else. It's some
Ooh.
they seem to have been corrupted or like cursed or blasted with some kind of supernatural energy. And as you're observing them, they look like the sun and moon daggers.
Mm-hmm.
Which if they were, destroying them would be a tremendous affront to possibly some ancient Ebodon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And also many people in Kushistan.
That's fair.
Which, I mean, you might not care much about people in Kushistan, but just like, you know that destroying these may have some far-reaching repercussions.
Right. I hadn't... I thought they were so basically based on what had been previously said. I had thought that they were just lower quality replicas.
No, these are the ones.
Oh, these are the ones. Okay.
And as such, if you were to get rid of their this black coating, they would probably be covered in gems and absurdly valuable.
They would probably be what now?
They're covered in gems underneath this black coating and absurdly valuable.
There aren't a lot of Ibudans left, and Kushistan is very far away from here. But as an artifact maker, I respect the design of this thing. I'm good.
Where are they from?
Oh,
they're from the Alaneth. I don't actually know of Kushistan specifically. Which is hold on a minute. I can draw you a line. That's a drug term, I think. I'm sorry. Way down here. 10,000 miles away. And yeah, there aren't a lot of Ebodon left, but the ones that are left are generally buff.
That's true. Okay.
Somewhere over here, there's a sultan that's like, what is? And like that won't stop you. You could probably disenchant them, but you do know that they have possible other uses.
Like, it's also a personal thing about like it was made by somebody else with like similar skills to mine, and I think the design is like pretty neat for them and stuff like this. So I am taking a.
And as a side note, finders keepers. But do you want to tell Killian what all of his artifacts do?
I mentioned I didn't say what the staff did.
I actually couldn't hear what you or my computer cut out, so I actually don't know.
Okay. Yeah. So so from what I'm able to tell, the staff makes it easier to use water spells. But it also allows you to use the water impact spell or the ice attack spell once every 3 turns. And you can also, that's it for the staff. The ring allows you to protect yourself once every 3 turns, and then it maintains it for 3 turns. Boosts your resistances. The robes, which are now on Karma, allow the use of the water form spell once every 3 turns. The spell lasts for 6 turns after casting. and makes it easier to like hide in water. And the Archmage's pipe augments the spell's resistance difficulty by 20, and if it is an area spell, it can choose the spell's targets as though they had the control space metamagic sphere, but it has a drawback to being used. You have a risk of getting dizzy but from using the pipe. And it can only empower a single spell once every 3 rounds.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so give me one. See, the staff definitely has. So like you see Jorl like really hesitating on this, looking at the sun and moon daggers like invaluable treasures, and then Gabriel is going to put her hand on his shoulder and say, what's more important, daggers or a better chance of saving the people we came here to rescue? And looking at this, Jorl is going to put down the sun and moon daggers and start enchanting the gauntlet with that.
So as far as their enchanting fuel, they are the sun and moon daggers, so you may use them.
So that's 190 level 2 power points, which, okay, so that is going to be 95, yeah, 95, so that means I have enough for, yeah, okay, I'm going to need an extra 45, 1 second. Yes, I could use that. I am definitely gonna use that because it's not been very useful up until now. Give me 1 second.
Well, am I from the place that the daggers are? I think me and Avril were choosing where I was from, and it might be from where the daggers are. I mean, I wasn't going to stop you. Just, are they really important too?
The daggers? Who are they
Yeah.
important to? Well, you can make
Yeah.
a cult check as you're looking over them. The daggers are generally... Well, you need to roll an occult, unless you roll once to tell everyone. Or history would... Occult would tell you some things, history would tell you other things. It's very similar. All Droll knows is that they were made by Abudan and supposedly have the protection of certain possibly ancient, possibly dead Abudan on them. And those parties would probably be interested in seeing them returned home to Kushistan.
That's 200. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the bag of thorns, and I'm gonna use and because I'm going all out on the emotional value here, I'm also going to be using the my birthday present to power this enchant. Oh wait, no. Do I need to? Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I'm gonna use the Neko no Sekai as fuel to make this enchantment for null. So this is basically like Droll going into like uncharted territory to give Null an important power up. But at the end of it, Null has the magic sundering power, which deals 4 times damage to shields, and control damage that allows him to control how much damage he does, and an extra 30 points of and an extra 30 points of damage to his attacks. Made with that weapon. Okay. No, Command X. Alright, cool. So now we have a mage killer weapon. Okay. Let me check if my roll was sufficient, because I only rolled a 5. It actually takes more time for me to calculate how my character is doing this artifact than it takes for my character to make this artifact. Level 2, 240. 1 minute is that's going to be 360, and an extra additional powers, 2 of them. That's going to be 400 and 475. But yeah, I passed. I did it in a minute. I think you're muted, Sam.
I am. He has his enchanted heavy knuckle punch. Did they change how they look, or are they just his big like leather gloves with the like spiky metal knuckle?
I think because the original design for this is an inquisitorial enchantment, it's going to have like cross patterns in the metal of the gauntlets now.
Okay,
If
that's kind of cool.
That's fine with you.
Yeah. He now deals 440 damage to shields every punch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that with the plus 30 damage?
That's with the plus 30, yes.
Nice. 404. So if he does extra attacks,
yeah, and he can do a couple.
If he does multiple attacks, he like basically I realized how dangerous mages are after with big shields after the last fight, and I'm just like, here, this should save our lives later down the line for this fight. And after that, I stand up, take the ring of punching reality. I mean, I look at it. I'm like, I'm gonna have to make something to repair that, to repair the holes in reality I'm making. But let's go.
No,
Are
it's
you
fine.
punching another one? Okay. Are you putting this one? You're standing outside and you want to punch.
Yeah, to get back
Alright.
into reality. Actually, shouldn't we go inside of one of the rooms so that we're less out in the open for fireballs when we come back in? I mean, for spells cast upon us, I think it might be safer to reappear inside of a building. Oh.
I could possibly find somewhere.
Okay. So you, Sam, you said there were like multiple buildings around the complex.
The complex. The complex is the main central building. There is a small, like it looks almost like a slightly more like it looks like a shed, but the only reason it's made of stone is probably because there's a mage who can make whatever they want out of stone. And then there is a longer building to the right, sort of nestled into the trees, which Killian would know, if you want to tell them, Killian, isn't a place where people go often. It was sort of made by request of one of Merethi's older favorite students. It's a memorial, and there's actually a small altar in there.
Yeah, tell them if we're gonna go back, we should go to the.
Well, the memorial isn't directly attached to the compound itself. It's off into the woods a little bit.
But that's still a good thing. It allows us to reappear in reality in a place where few people go, and also as a player, I think it's a good opportunity to find a little bit more about the backstory of this group that we're attacking. So to the memorial we go.
All right. You walk just around the way a little bit. There's like this faint, crackling, like windy sound far behind you that's sort of like ever present, but slightly disconcerting. But you move without trouble. The memorial doesn't seem to have that same metal door. It doesn't seem to be protected magically. So you can open it up, and once inside, things are a little bit hazier here than everywhere else. It's a longer building. It's about 30 feet in length, but only maybe 10 wide. And there are several little basins lining either side. And then at the very end, a small altar, like mentioned. There's a book underneath it, and the actual podium is empty. There are also several sconces for candles everywhere, and windows lining each side and the very back wall. So you walk inside. You can close the door behind you if it makes you feel more comfortable. There's plenty of room in here for you guys to spread out or bump up. But otherwise, there doesn't seem to be too much in here. As Killian said, this room isn't used very much. That particular student isn't here anymore.
Sorry. Can you repeat the? Okay, so what part of this is supposed to be a memorial?
Killian, would you like to make a history check? They just call it. They would call it a memorial in the compound. No one has really said for what just openly, unless Killian would go ask him.
I would like to, but I don't have that skill, so I can't.
Well, you could have, if you had been interested, you could have been asking around. You could have made like a persuasion check in your past to figure out what it is. But that is up to you if you did, and if you would even want to share that. If not, it just looks like a very comfortable building.
If they ask me about it, I would tell them what. Only if they ask.
Okay.
Do you know if this place is a sanctum? If it used to belong to somebody?
It's a memorial of one of the students who used to be here. It's Merthi's. Well, it was a memorial that Merthi's student made.
A memorial usually implies that somebody's dead.
If you would like to, I'll say you can know this of your own accord, Killian.
Okay.
But the memorial is not necessarily to a person. The memorial was created for one of Merethi's students, known as Judelia. She wanted this specifically for the being she created. She was a very skilled creation mage, following in Merethi's footsteps. Obviously not up to that tier, but she grew incredibly attached. She seemed to have this unusual penchant for creating personalities, even for these beings with no souls. It very quickly became her life goal to create a real souled individual, and all of these basins are whatever magic or like hold in the stone whatever magical figments she could save from the spells she used on her original creations. Things that were very close to life but never were.
That's kind of creepy.
It is very creepy.
Do you relay that information? Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I tell them it's a little creepy. A memorial to the creation mage and her many attempts at creating beings, and some of them not so successful.
Spooky.
Yeah, right.
Let's keep moving.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Try to observe what the situation is in the compound. from the door and decide what we're gonna do from there.
What is your next action?
Probably to have Gabriel, I think, take a look at. Oh no, wait. I still have. No, it's been more than a minute, so I wouldn't still have it. Yeah, basically just have Gabriel sneak and have a look at the complex, see if there's like any yelling, any people running around, any sort of magical defenses that weren't there before that we can spot, things like that.
You're
I
still in
mean,
the
we
way.
could
right,
wake up
Boom?
the.
Oh no! We we come back into reality.
Oh, I was gonna say
From
we
the
should
memorial.
torture.
We
We
should
might
what?
want to question the girl before we go back into the real world.
I'm sorry. I thought you said torture.
Cut off a little early.
You need to calm down a little bit, Killian.
If we torture her, it's more up to her than if it's to us.
No, we're not torturing anybody. Listen,
Also,
from what we know, the mages in charge here are just putting humans in a magical cage. We just want to like let everybody know that that's wrong, and then help out the students that are learning magic, but also very questionable effects. This one is a.
Shit about that. I just want to find the cage.
You know, it's a little bit more like a cult, right? They're not just gonna stop.
Well, we can. You can still talk people out of cults. All right. I used to be in one of the biggest cults in existence. Catholic.
Inquisition?
Yeah, the church. I got talked out of
I
it
mean,
to join another. Anyways,
Not cold.
let's. Yeah.
If you think you can wake her up right now, then I think we better just. Corridors isn't that productive.
Yeah, I think.
Up.
Karma.
yes, he's like putting on his robes, which are like too long for him. So he's like sort of trying to fold them up like at the neck and just sort of tie it around his neck since he couldn't stuff his arms through it. Just trying to make it more comfortable.
We're gonna go back to reality and leave you here with the kid. You can stay in communication with Omen from a distance and see if you learn anything from her. I know you've got mind reading powers, and it might be like you might be able to get us like intel on the place. And since you're less able to defend yourself from physical attacks, that you'll still be good while being safe. Sound good?
Well, I never said to leave Karma alone here.
I would.
Okay. What if we leave Karma in the wake? Then there's practically nobody who can get to the wake apart from the creatures who are already in the wake, and that's even safer.
But her.
Hmm?
Great. Her name was nothing.
You don't know what her
paid.
name
She woke
was.
up.
Oh yeah, you mean Karma could be in danger if the kid mage woke up. Yeah, that's fair. That's true. Okay. What do you want to do, Omen?
We interrogate her now. Try and get as much as we can out of her quickly. What to do so we can just head back into the real world, find Gale and get out again.
Well, I can dig through her head if that's what you want me to do.
It's kind of what we're getting at.
Yeah. Okay. I'll begin doing that. And he sort of like crosses his legs and sits down and focuses on her. Karma. Well, he'll focus, so I'm gonna add 40 to that. There we go. Okay, good. And friction. Oh yes, he hits a sleeping mage. Mind reading at this level. Okay, there we go. Is a 180 PSR, which she will succeed. While he's looking through, technically, that's a good thought, Killian. You can, though certain things can affect that, and also you know that Merithi's compound is shielded by energy, so you can do that. Killian.
After he says that, I said, that's not gonna work, given Murthy's. It's not easy to communicate between the wake and here, and a lot of the shielding will just prevent.
So what are we looking for exactly? Is this...
She should know where Gale is, or at least this sort of pocket dimension they have her in.
Yeah. He knows that, or she knows that, or she knows the closest thing to that.
Closest thing to it.
Yeah. From what it sounds like, she doesn't let all the students go there regularly, but they do know the place you're not supposed to go. It's back. If the closest way I can see in her memories to find it would be to go up those stairs and straight back like we saw. Through there will be central learning chamber, then Mirthy's own quarters, and then the entrance to whatever that place is.
Oh, jeez.
Through Merithy's own quarters. Okay.
What do you think, Noel?
What do I think? I think we need to go through her house and maybe mess up her stuff while we're going.
Well, if she's not in there, it'll be a nice surprise for her.
Yeah. Said that you said, Joel, you said you guys are running out of energy. Is that still the case?
So, it's been a few minutes, so Gabriel would have been like recharging people's fatigue in the background. So Filariel says, I'm good to go. Jorl is saying that I've completely used up my personal energy reserves, but I still have a little bit less than half in the magic rods. And Gabriel is still good to go. What about you, woman?
I told you I'm as good as any time.
Alright. Killian?
I actually, I'm quite drained, but
the staff should be able to allow you to attack and the ring to defend yourself, so that should help out. You might want to test the staff's spells before we head back out into the real world. Just so that you know what they do.
Shooting the ice spike into there.
Yeah, you could shoot the ice spike. You're inside of this memorial, though. Where exactly do you want to shoot it?
We open the door so you can shoot out of the building.
Okay.
We're still in the wake though.
Yeah.
So that might hit. Hopefully it hit nothing.
Yeah. As I mentioned, that the staff sort of splits midway up and turns into these two slowly rotating, this double helix of what looks like this vaguely green-blue crystal that always seems to have light flowing across it as though it is being held beneath water. However, as you go to cast Ice Spike, all of that it quickly turns like a brighter shade of blue. And running from the base to the tip, it seems to corrode over and frost, and the light seems to still. And you launch two ice spikes that sort of spin around each other and destroy a tree somewhere in the distance.
Hopefully not a
It uses your projection.
Yeah.
Plus 20. Because it's water, right?
Yep.
I was also gonna say, what level does it?
Ice Spike casts it intermediate.
It also has the other spell,
Water Impact.
Water Impact.
But that one's at advanced.
To knock people around.
Okay, I will put those in my phone.
Good.
Alright. I'm going to reopen the door back to reality through here. I basically stand at one end of the room and punch towards the other end, making sure that there's nobody like in the path.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it opens, I say, "Come on, everybody, let's go through." And
all right.
We're all gonna cross together on the other side,
Including Karma and Eliza, the girl.
Yeah.
Okay. You punch and you see the ripple of fire from your fist, and the perfect circle of a portal appear. You see on the other side of it immediately your punch has kicked up a lot of dust in this old place on the other side. However, as you guys are running through, you hear this almost electric tearing, and suddenly the top right corner of this portal splits and seems to go straight through the wall. So go ahead, everybody can run through.
Is it heading in the direction of our previous portals?
Yes.
Ah, nice. Well, as I'm crossing, I'm like, okay. I have heard of Q Sylvanus. I have vague notions of how Q Sylvanus might work. I just need to find a power source to make my own.
Very, very expensive. But yes.
Yeah, it's level 3 powers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's cool. You guys can all make it through. You're all ready for this one. Everybody jumps through, and you're also not carrying a crazy mage stuffed inside of Blood Elemental. And you can also pull everyone into you, so you less people to get to the portal. And you emerge on the other side, the cloud of dust, coughing and sputtering. The door on this side is locked from the inside, but that's not a real big deal to you. So you can unlock it, push it open. You're going to peer out over towards the compound?
Yeah.
Yeah. You peer out over there. The door in this world is still on the wall. It's still sturdy. It's still fully functional. From this distance, it could be the fact that it is made of magically worked stone, makes it very thick. It could be that there's some sort of enchantment on it, or it could be that there's just silence in there, but it just seems exactly as you left it, almost eerily so. Are you trying to be stealthy as you peek out, by the way, Joel?
Gabriel is trying to be stealthy as she peeks out.
Okay. Make a stealth or hide check for Gabriel.
Yup. Alright. Hide. Ah.
Open roll. Very good.
Nice.
You just kind of like stick your pinky finger through and like peer out, hold your ear to it. No sign of anything wrong in this area. Also, there she can also sort of look up, and there's a bright green, fluffy spider crawling along the ceiling, or like the upper doorway, and it has one of those little light twitchers, but it doesn't seem to notice her.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask if the light bulb creatures from around the complex were turned on right now.
As you look over to where you were, it also seems like those have gone out.
Okay. Well, we definitely made a lot of noise, what with the fireballs and the whole fighting other mages and stuff. So yeah, let's just run in and follow Karma's directions to Meredith's office. Is what I'm gonna say. I think you're muted, Sam.
I am. So you go towards the door, and you encounter a very familiar problem. However, immediately, the first thing that Null does now that he is physically fit is he's going to go over and punch the door twice. Boom. And his blows seem to be able to damage it. Let me look here. Jeez. Okay, so he swings twice, and each one impacts the door and seems to create this incredible dent. First one nearly like pulling it off of its hinges. The second one does the same. You can see it all molding together, but his two punches have almost opened this door. So one more from anyone able to damage energy would probably bust it wide open.
Probably Null again.
Punch it again.
Yeah.
I can just use the ice spike.
Ice Spike does not innately damage energy. Unless you have energy control. But as he's punching it, it is already healing, and within the 3 seconds time it'll take for him to get another punch, game-wise, and heals to its full health every turn.
Oof. So it's like... Oh, so it's got like the creation spell.
Yeah, it's like a
On it.
perfect shield door.
Aha. I can't...
Right then, I'll
Oh, I can damage energy. I have Spear of Destruction.
Alright, you want to cast that?
Give me a second, is it ice attack, right? The spell in the staff.
Yeah, Ice Attack is in the staff.
Ice attack can damage energy.
I think it can only damage energy, unless it says specifically that it can.
It's one of the few spells that says it can damage energy.
Oh, really?
Actually, so can water impact apparently.
That can damage energy. You are totally right. Yep. So roll your attack for that ice attack.
Nice. And the base damage is...
Like, why does the water... I remember somebody was talking about the water path, and they're like, yeah, for some reason water can use energy for no reason.
Well, at least it's good for that thing, because it's not the best path otherwise. So the fact that it can touch energy.
Favorite path. All right, is that your attack? Easily. He's punching it away. The last attack just destroys the door with ice, throwing it wide open. You can see its hinges freezing and snapping as you move forward. All right. You enter. It seems to be as you left it. Though you can actually, on this side now, see like faint wisps of energy floating over the main greeting area that you had entered into, and like a single like wavering white line sort of extend up and to the right. Through the walls, you can see like chunks of wall have fallen off towards the memorial. And it sort of like undulates very softly there.
You mean something exploded from inside of the comp? Sorry, could you repeat that description, please?
Yes. There is, in the central area, let me show you where I'm talking about. The place where you first left, the first place where you fought in the compound test halls.
Mm-hmm.
There is, from the location of your original portal, this sort of wavering white, faint, misty line that pierces through this wall.
Oh.
And you can actually see where, when the portal was opened, it broke part of the wall.
Okay. Despite the fact...
that.
Yeah, despite the fact that the wall is supposed to be a perfect shield wall,
Well,
the
door is a perfect shield door. You don't know about the wall.
I'm gonna take off my ring, and I'm just gonna put it in the same box as the Ring of Curses, and I'm just not gonna touch it for a while.
Okay. Just don't accidentally teleport that ring onto them instead of...
Yeah, no, I'm gonna... Okay. Gabriel's gonna hold on to it in her pocket dimension.
Sounds good.
Alright.
However, you enter here. There does not seem to be anyone. I would like all of you to make, and all of you can, please make magic appraisal checks.
That's Omen and Killian.
Mm-hmm.
344.
Oops. 244. Okay. Oh, that's a bird. No, that's your type. Fernando. All right. You can tell. You can't quite sense the source, but as you walk into this area, the air seems sort of like heavily charged now, even more than before. Everybody's innate magic goes up by +20 while in this area. If you would say so yourself, Omen, you could actually feel that it's a gradient, and it gets stronger the closer you go towards the back of this room, towards your objective.
Okay, yeah. I would say that.
Good, very good. That way. Omen
Just
says,
'cause-
or Carmen says.
It's because Havelthorne's room's up there.
Well, it wasn't this way when you left just a minute ago.
Huh. Jumbo.
Yeah. I'm just strolling through, not really noticing that magical phenomenon.
Okay. And Karma doesn't notice it either. He's pointing the way. He says, through that hallway in the back, up these stairs. Everybody runs through, I assume.
Yep.
Everybody, I'm going to control these three.
Right.
Moving. Up. Are you still carrying the mage, by the way?
I think Filariel is carrying the mage, yeah.
Okay.
Don't really need her at this point, though.
I mean...
I'm giving you control, Jorl. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna sit her down in a place where, like, she's not gonna drown in the water and stuff like this, and just we're gonna keep going without her.
Okay. Let me grab some rec. Okay. You move through this area, and you come into a much more open chamber. There are several pillars lining the wall, and there are a couple of offshoots. Comments pointing you across the path to the door at the end. Killing, you know this to be the. This is a room where Mirthi would usually be teaching. This is a room where children, the kids, the students, apprentices can practice. There are many little, both Omen and, dang it, Killian. There's so many names. Begin picking up tiny magical signatures, and Killian knows what all of these are. Mirthi has various little tools that either contain Xeon or help her students redirect energy, or even make it harder for her students to redirect energy if they're trying to learn how to work their powers and use them better in a confined space.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is the security on a regular day? What's the security around here like?
Your voice is a little roboty. Could you say that one more time?
But there's not. The security around the premise, is it usually this lax?
No. You actually know that the security here has been incredibly uptight recently. And the fact that nobody's here means that they're probably all in their... You would know that when they were anticipating this attack for a while, or somebody to come here for a while, and that they have a safe room in the back. And that's probably where Eliza was trying to run to as you arrived.
Okay.
And so security, though, is never this lax. As you saw, like outside, the detection was very precise. You don't really all that Mirthi told you and the rest of her students was to go to the safe room if these individuals showed up. You don't know what her plans are, however, for when they arrive.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. So you move through the room. It's sort of funny. Omen and Killing, you sort of walk through several areas where you feel like your magic degrade a little bit. You feel it empowered. Just very small effects, but effects that would be interesting to play with when you were using your magic in training. You cross to the door, open it up, and you are permitted into, through a brief corridor, after which is Mirthi's study.
Wait, we're permitted in? Who let us in here?
She seems to be letting you walk wherever you want to, aside from the front door. Alright.
Is this
Walking
obvious to the rest of us, or is this just Killian noticing?
Killian, it does seem sort of weird to you. I imagine that there is like nobody here and that nothing else has really stopped
very
you.
strange.
Even when you were coming through Omen, there was some security. Like the students actually had sort of actively participated in that. There were a couple of spies of light around. Mirthi seemed to keep supernatural beings just around, but they mostly seem to be there for if anything goes wrong, we'll attack it, rather than now her security system seemed to be if anything is afoot, we'll notice it. You sort of slipping in there, I notice, heightened her attentive security. But yeah, this is pretty strange. Obviously, they either know you're here and have run away, or I'm not sure. Mirthi's study.
It's too easy.
Is a round room of decent size. There's a broad curtain separating the left third of it from the rest. And on the right-hand side, you can see tall shelves of books, a broad table in which she has numerous quills and pens and writing. And I would like you all to make a notice check. The carpet is a very rich red, and directly across from all of you is the most plain, homely wooden door you've ever seen, just sitting there at the other end of the room. It is framed in stone, though somehow that stone seems a little bit rougher than the rest of the room.
Okay. Can any of you detect if this place is a sanctum and any enchantments in this place? Any magical
Ew, I got a
objects?
good notice.
You did get a good notice. All right. As you move into this room, you look around. There are some minor magical artifacts in this room. You sense something in one of the drawers. You sense something at the bedside. The bedside is to the left behind the curtain. You sense something. You sense the pen on her desk is magical. But as you are moving into this room, actually, I'm pretty sure a couple of you. I love a group with good notices. Omen, you notice, but Fernando, you notice first.
Is this a pen of the oath?
I was
Do you want to look at it?
Yeah,
It is not a pen of the
Oh.
oath, sadly. You sense immediately it has some very minor enchantments on it it's literally a helper for writing. It boosts your persuasion, your leadership, your social skills when writing.
Nice.
But Fernando, you notice this first. The inkwell is open, and the pen has some wet ink on it. Like it was set. Look, it looks like it was set down the moment before you opened the door.
I will use magic
Do we
to
know?
pray
Hold on. Do we know if
to see if
we know that she's a creation mage? Do we know what her secondary path might be, and if that might be literary?
I have no idea.
Killian has never seen her use literature magic.
I'm gonna say this place seems a little too plain for a sanctorum that I've never really seen on myself. So
Well,
maybe.
Can I use that magic appraisal to see if anyone is still in the room?
Yeah, use that magic appraisal check. Oh wait, the one you moved before. Actually,
Yeah.
you are.
And since I have life magic or detect magic or that weird, if they have the gift, the magic.
You have the detect meta magic to detect people more easily, right?
Yes, so that should be bumped up to 280, I think. Or is it 260? Forget the difficulties in Anima.
It's 280 is the next one.
What?
He's
280 is next one.
Yeah, basically, feel magic allows him to increase his check result by 1 level, bringing him to 280 to detect people with the gift or to identify spells being cast around him. In addition, if he succeeds the check, he can feel who will be the target of the spell and what the general purpose of the spell is.
And you're specifically looking at what, or you're just sensing the room?
I'm sensing the room to find anyone who's trying to hide.
Okay. You survey the room, and you don't immediately sense anyone hiding. You do, however, sense that this area, you get the plus 30 to innate magic in here, is quite heavily charged, but that the source is gone, and it seems to be slowly fading.
Killian, what do your mage eyes tell you?
Opposed to
What? What? Okay. Karma said behind the door, right? It's
Karma says that's the door you're not supposed to go into.
okay.
Only her graduated students.
All right, Philario, open the door.
Philario swings open the door, and immediately you feel the air in this room had been very calm and a little bit chilly. But as you open the door, immediately you are hit by a rush of warmth, warm air. The smell of different flowers hit your nose, and directly through this door, though it makes no sense because you've gone up a flight of stairs, is it looks like the opening into an old, busted up shed. But you can see through two rickety windows, through a central doorway, there is a hint of morning light and beautiful trees and a just lightly clouded sky.
That's the place.
Yep, seems peaceful. All right, Philario, go through the door.
Delariel steps on through the door. She looks around. It doesn't seem like anything's immediately threatening. She kind of peers through the windows. You can make a search check if you like.
She bursts into flame.
No, flame is her biggest weakness.
Why are there so many flaming things around lately? Flamer.
It's an omen.
No, Omen's right there. Wait, it is an Omen. Omen is the flames. That would be a funny quirk, is to just set things on fire in public and say it's an Omen. So, I was looking for search. No, this is good too. You peek outside. The trees are a little dense around this little cottage. You see there's this foot-beaten path that leads off to the left. There's a small pool of water that's largely green and covered in algae right in front of this little hovel. It seems very peaceful and quiet, and nobody's around.
Okay, so as everybody is looking into this new world, Joron is like, oh wow, they did an amazing job on this door. The connection between realities is pretty seamless.
Mm-hmm.
And
you sense that? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to figure out if it's if it's based on an artifact or if it's been maintained by a spell.
You and Idarid. Well, Idarid can't sense things through you, sadly, right? She has to be here in physical. She can see things, but she can't use magical appraisal because you don't have those senses.
Yeah.
Okay. Without her help, it's a bit harder.
Mm-hmm.
But you know a lot of the signs. You can feel the stone and chip a bit off. You can sort of observe the transition, and roll an occult check for me.
Yeah.
I have to make you roll in case you fumble, but that's the only reason you wouldn't know. It's not religion based. Do you still have that religion specialty?
I've taken it off of my stats.
Okay.
So,
I noticed you had to ask me that as much.
Yeah, I just if it ever comes up again, as it did on the first on the first roll I rolled of occult, then I'll add it. But yeah.
Okay.
5,
in that,
50.
yeah, you it doesn't seem to be an artifact. This seems to be some manner of spell.
Okay.
You sense that even if you destroyed the door, the gate would remain, but that its edges might be exposed.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, we might be heading into a trap, but we might also be right where Garen is. Let's Philario's going through first.
Yep, Valerio's going through first. Valerio steps in.
We're through,
There's
eh?
only room for 3 or 4 people in this shed before it becomes really crowded. Will she go outside?
Yeah.
She steps into the outdoors. There are birds in the trees and
Wait, hold on. Give me one
little
second.
squirrely animals. Okay.
Filarion is stepping outside and then remembers, oh yeah, everybody here has had their memories erased of magic. Filarion's going to disappear back into Joral's body.
Okay. Now she was you put Eliza in the back room. Yep, Eliza's fine. She's sleeping soundly.
Omen's heading right through. She was going to try and push past Florial, but once she disappears, she just kind of keeps going forward.
Okay. All right, Omen. Everybody's inside.
Yep.
All right. The door closes.
I was actually thinking of having Joral stay on this side and search the office.
Okay. You can do that. You're just gonna stay there and let them go outside, or you're gonna let them go far? Or are you just gonna be here for a few minutes?
I'm in case the door closes and there's any complications, I'm gonna be staying on this side. Gabriel's staying on this side. I'm coming with you with Filaria.
Yeah.
Alright.
You do so. In that case, everybody goes through except for Gabriel. Gabriel remains on this side. And once you all step out of the shed, Gabriel immediately notices the door just sort of sliding closed. It almost seems like it's being pulled by a breeze. Gonna let it happen?
Yeah.
Okay. Click. It clicks closed.
I was gonna say, are we still feeling the enhanced innate magic, or is that still going away?
Once you step in and step outside, you can make another magic bracelet check.
I did.
186.
Oh, with 186? Yes, it is on this side. This area is, weirdly enough, for being her anti-magic zone, incredibly charged.
I hope we don't get sick.
That feels a lot like spiritual magic. But like my character isn't aware of this, so can't say anything. Anyways, are there people?
You don't see any immediately, though I'll let that notice check for Thalario carry over. As she comes out this way, the sun is... you notice the directions here seem to be twisted as well. It seems you turned 90 degrees because the sun is coming up to your left, which was south of you before. And as you look over to that side, sort of framed in the sun, you can see smoke from several chimneys. Maybe 1,000 feet down that way.
Oof. Wait, this might not be.
Is there anything else around here?
This might not be a spell. This might not be a spell. This might be a magically contaminated area that's cut off from reality. This happens when there's too much magic in one place for too long. Doorways to those places aren't constantly present. We have to hurry, otherwise we might get trapped in this dimension. If it is what I think it is.
I'm just going to look around, and if she sees that smoke, she's going to head straight off in that direction.
Okay.
I was gonna say, had the area where the humans, non-magic humans, go ever been described to kill?
You, having been a fairly recent member of their organization, haven't been around. Mirathi's a little bit cagey about it. She'll talk excitedly about it with you about her ideas, but apart from the occasional time when she's left the door open for a short amount of time, you have never really gotten a sense for the area here. And whenever she did, though, there did seem to be a small increase in the latent energy sort of moving through the compound.
Okay, so I can't be for sure this is the compound, even though I think it is.
Yes. Okay. Omen immediately starts going chimney. Are you guys going after her immediately?
Yep, because there's no smoke without fire.
Yeah.
And Omen knows his thing or two about fire. And
Before I head over to them, I go to like where one of the trees are at.
Where one of the trees is?
Yeah, and plant the seed.
Okay. You go over to where one of the trees is. I don't imagine you're trying to hide this.
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh, you're okay. Make just a hide check to be stealthy about it as you go over there and just slide the seed in. Anyone else who wants to can make a notice check.
Wow, that's such a poor roll.
It is a poor roll, but you still have a base of 200. Alright.
you get away this time.
Get away this
And
time.
then I will cast High Magic on it at the arcane level.
Okay.
Actually, yes, and I will first cast Alter Growth at the arcane.
Oh, ooh, how fast does that make it grow?
Oh, 100 times faster.
100 times faster? Okay. You plant the seed there, and like you turn to walk away and you hear like a faint shifting. You look around and already it's starting to sprout. So you need to book it just to make sure nobody sees that it's already growing.
But yeah, I will use the Hide Magic on it.
Okay.
The Alter Growth.
Excellent. Very good.
Oh, I lied. I cannot because I won't have enough beyond. I only altered
You altered it how much?
100 times faster, or aging 100 times.
Okay. That's fine. Nothing else. Okay, so that's still fine. It'll still, like, as you're walking away, you're going down a small hill towards the fires. You kind of look over your shoulder and you can already see, like, a single, like, slender, dark green stem sprout and a single, faintly almost luminescent and vividly violet petal.
I should have hit it more in the forest. Oh,
I mean, if you wanted to just like hide it back there, but it's not it's not an easy to miss plant.
I would
Especially-
have wanted to hit it a little bit more in between the trees.
I'll let that hide check also go for how well you hide it in the trees.
Okay.
Now that it's full size, you don't know exactly what that'll be, but it won't be immediately visible, hopefully, until you leave.
Okey-dokey.
Okay, so you guys are moving down, and very shortly, you come across. You're overlooking it from a little bit of a raised area. There seems to be like Merithy's entranceway was on a hill. So as you're going down, you see a sprawling little township with straw thatched roofs and the farmland spreading off to the what would be the north and the south on this case. There are animals and pens. There seems to be a thriving economy here as far as farming and basic peasantry life. All of the flowers, all of the crops are blooming and show oversized amounts of produce. You sense that anyone with the high intelligence, that would be most of you, could look at this and tell that it would definitely support a civilization of this size again and again over the course of a winter. And as the sun is coming up, the village seems to be mostly quiet. However, you do see one or two people moving about. Not a terribly quick pace, sort of comfortably dressed.
Do we sense magic from?
Your magic appraisal roll from before, you don't sense magic from any of these individuals. However, There is a significant magical contaminant to this area, which lowers your magical appraisal check of anything by, I think, 120.
Wow. So I have like no magic appraisal.
I think it's 120. It's the major magical,
Contamination.
Oh,
An environment strongly charged with magic only gives you negative 80. So negative 80. It's strongly charged.
Yeah. Yup. I think I have an idea what Meredith might have been trying to do. She might have been trying to mutate those people.
Well, as you are moving down into the town, are you guys just gonna walk straight in?
I mean, like, I'm following Omen, and I'm pretty sure Omen is walking straight in. I'm just waiting until she yells Gale for the first time before I start yelling Gale as well.
Okay.
I will try to hide to the sidelines and not be seen, but
All
start
right.
trailing behind.
Immediately, you take a little dip off to the right, sliding in between some slightly closely packed together houses. And this immediately registers to you as odd, in the fact that you've hidden in small towns before, and usually small towns in Dwanholf have an idea about this conservation of space. They want things to be packed close together, both so that they can use their limited space for other things. Their space limiter being the fact that they almost desperately need to build a wall around their encampments unless they are raided by bandits. This town does not have such limiter. It doesn't have a wall. Its buildings are spaced comfortably apart. Lawns are neatly manicured. You can move between the buildings. With your hide check, you are hidden. And you can generally find the angles that make it hard for anyone to perceive you from the road. But there is that different fact of every building has like at least 10 feet of space between it that you have to move in order to move from shadow to shadow.
Oh, the town is not making it easy.
No, the town isn't making it easy. Your hide check is still phenomenal. You don't suspect any of these people will be able to see you. I imagine you have your shadow power on you. Concealment?
Yes, so that's already calculated in that.
Yeah. So when you're moving, you're literally stepping from one shadow to another, and a person might glance your way and just sort of suspect a bird had moved overhead. It's just that level of that degree of hidden. But you are in the town. As you are moving through the town, a elderly man pulls open a door to the right of you, steps outside. He does a double take at you as you all arrive, and he immediately like steeples his finger and says, visitors. We don't have many visitors. Welcome.
I bet you don't. We're friends of
Wow.
Gail. Do you know where we can find her?
Of who?
Gale.
Gail?
Gale? Describe her to me. I don't know a Gale, but my mind is going a little. Is that a question for me, or is that you?
Yeah, that's a question for you.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, what I had imagined was that Gail was a little bit on the tall side for a girl, but she was very slender and sort of thin. She had short black hair. She didn't really like to wear it too long. She didn't like it moving around when she was sneaking. She hated that. She had a couple like very small nicks on her hands and one that sort of moved up the left side of her face. Just small scars, but that's what you get for living in Dwanholm for too long. She had very bright, like flecked red, almost brown eyes, and generally fairer skin, finer featured. Is that what you say to him?
Yeah, that. Do I get a response or?
Okay. No, I'm sorry. I didn't hear if you said yes. He goes, that That sounds like a Lindsay we have in town. But it also kind of sounds like Bernadette.
And then chime in. She should be new here.
How new? I admit that most people who live here have lived here their whole lives.
The person who sounds like that who hasn't been here that long.
The newest one.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Gabriel, how long has it been since we left?
Since you left the room, it seems to be the same amount of time. You've been gone about 10 minutes as you walked into town.
Okay, thank fucking God.
If he says newest person, there's a lovely young alchemist who actually lives up the hill the way you came from.
Okay, well, fine. We have a bit of time, so we'll just check with her first.
No,
Okay.
is her name Meredith?
Yes.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, the lovely young alchemist Meredith that lives up the hill. I don't think this is not the person we're looking for.
My apologies. Like I said, my mind is fraying a little bit nowadays. I'm sure still one of the others in town will be able to help you. Town hall is at the far end on the right down there. There's a bunch of lovely people there who would be happy to help you out.
Okay, thanks. Don't worry about it. I'm going to send Farron off to look for Kale.
Okay. Right in front of the old man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Farron floats out. The old man's lips part and he stares up. What on earth was that? Was that some sort of gigantic firefly?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know what you mean, but I understand. I see things too. With the age, it happens. Don't worry about it.
You have dementia like this one?
No, not to mention, just a little bit of trouble remembering things, but I guess must be early. Something must have been in my eye. Maybe one of the embers from the fires. Oh my.
Maybe you should go see a doctor.
Well, I see one every week. Maybe I'll take an early trip this time. Farron
It'd
goes
be
up
best
into the
for
air.
you.
Yep. Make a search check, Farron. Whoa! Everyone's like, yes, it's an illusion. Go to the doctor. I'll do that right now. Thank you all. Have a good day. How is it even possible? Oh, a D0.
No. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Level found search, so should be higher than that, but I'll just take that for now.
Lovely. Farron search. Alright. Still fine. Farron is up in the air, searching around. Unfortunately, it is still early morning, so there's not many people outside. From the sky, she can see a number of people, but immediately identifies them all as, middle-aged. There are no kids or younger individuals out on the town at this early morning time. So she doesn't see anyone from here.
Okay, what are those names the old man gave?
Not Meredith. Bernadette and Lindsay.
Okay, so it can only be one of two people then. It shouldn't take long. I'm just gonna head towards the town hall.
Okay.
She's gonna double check to see if Nola Karma's still behind her.
Yeah, Null and Karma are still behind. Null is just sort of peering around, He seems to be almost like anticipating an ambush. And at one point, as you are moving toward the town hall, he's like moving along the wall of this small house. And you see it before he sees it. But there's a woman coming down who's like hooded and she has like gloves on her hands. It's kind of warm here, but she seems to be cold. And he like pops her on and goes, "Ah! Oh!" And she screams, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were an evil witch." And the woman's like, "Well, I beg your pardon. Excuse me, we're leaving. Sorry. About your business. Important people coming through." She'll stare at you, sort of like one hand over her chest, sort of aghast as you move on by. Karma is staying near the group. He's like still trying to figure out how to make these robes fit well, and as such, he's just sort of like holding them to his sides now to keep them above his feet as he walks.
Karma.
He looks like a very stuffy young man. What?
Karma, make us invisible again, please.
Okay, hold on a minute.
Before you do that, have you not noticed anything,
Noticed?
Gale?
I mean, I haven't seen Gale. No. I certainly hope she isn't sneaking around. But no, I haven't noticed Gale. I haven't seen her yet. I would do better if I could stand still a moment.
I will make it so the perfume or that I was drawing in is now a twist.
The perfume what?
The perfume or a spell that I had, I was suppressing it with the area control. But now I will
Okay.
let it go to its full effect of 50 meters.
Cool. While he is working, do you guys want to stop for Karma?
Yeah.
I think Noel's got her back.
Yeah, No's standing there, like if anyone like gets too close, he goes, and they like back off, like what's going on?
I guess I can also search right since I know.
He is going to create. Karma is going to maintain area at 300 feet and begin mind reading and mental researching the town. So that will take less time than searching everywhere, but that's what he's going to be doing. But that's a follow on his next potential check.
I was gonna say, while he's doing all that, I'll just look around and search for her.
Suddenly, Karma's tired.
Can I transfer the, Oof. That's not gonna help much, but I wanted to give him my plus 45.
I was gonna say, at least he's not in a coma.
No, he's not in a coma. He actually only has a negative 20 to all of his actions because of his fatigue.
Sorry, I can't recover his psychic fatigue for him.
So suddenly, like, you see him, like, his eyes, like, flutter, and he holds his head. Dang. But, anyone who can see... None of you actually can see supernatural, can you?
No,
No.
I still haven't made those glasses.
Expending a few free fatigue or psychic points that he has left, he will re-expand the area to the 300 feet, which had gone down after. Get this. Okay, second time goes off much better, as he is mental researching the town. Gabriel, what is Gabriel doing?
She's looking around the room. She's using the fact that she is able to sense, to see magic, to try to like scan for magical objects and clues, notes, things written down. That's notes, maybe taken on like records being kept on magical experiments or things like this. I'm just parsing.
Make a search check real quick for me.
Yeah.
Search and a notice, actually.
Alright, so I'm gonna do notice first.
Okay.
Ooh! Alright.
I know you could do that, whatever.
Yeah, and search. With the untrained -30, I roll a 7.
Well, that's okay. I'll let your
Like-
notice do some of the work for you.
Like a boss.
You can't seem to. You know that the pen is magical. Jorl knew that. And you know he identified some other magical objects, but as you're looking through her stuff, you can't really find what he was talking about. There's a bunch of interesting objects in here, none of which are magical. However, you do find one of those interesting locked locks, the ones that are just like a cube for the box that Killian showed you just needed to insert some magic to open. It is in a rather hefty nightstand beside Mirathi's very extravagant bed. You are quiet and I am quiet.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I open it. I'm gonna transfer 10 points of magic from Gabriel's reserve into it.
Gabriel has the gift too, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yep, it takes 20, but and then you see it slowly twist and open. Inside is one of the heftiest books you've ever seen. It seems to be like leather binding, but it seems to be almost as thick as your head.
What's the title?
It has no title. It has like an intricate little panel on the cover, but no title.
Is it her journal?
You're gonna flip it open and look at it?
I'm gonna make sure there's no traps like the one we put on the Necronomicon.
Okay, your notice check doesn't tell you that there's any bombs on it. You know what to look for, sort of.
Yeah, alright. I open it.
Okay, you pull it open, and at first, it looks like you read the first 2 pages, small letters. It seems to be like the details of someone's like childhood interest in preserving bugs and stuff. Like they all and how much they loved specifically butterflies and this and that. And flip it to another section, and you get to like witness the complexities of these people, of this person's marriage, and how he always like seemed to worry about one specific like his wife would always like steal corn from his meal, and he always hated that, and it would make him so mad, but like an event eventually transpiring that made him realize how silly he is, and just sort of like all of these stories, little bits and pieces of individuals seeming to go through life. It's almost painfully simple and mundane at points. However, then going back to the beginning, you receive a long list of names and page numbers associated with those names.
I'm looking for the name Gale.
There doesn't seem to be a Gale on the list.
I'm looking for the other name that was given to us by the villager.
The other name? Yeah, Meredith and Bernadette and Lindsay. You're scrolling through, you find Bernadette, and as you're scrolling through a little more, the second to last name on the list is Lindsay.
Okay. Yeah. I'm
So-
gonna read the Lindsay passages, and meanwhile, Jorol is saying, Gabriel found a book of what appears to be written memories of people. I'm trying to figure out what it is exactly.
And it's taking you a little bit to find all these pages, to read through them. So while that's happening, Karma's also parsing through everyone's memories, and he says, "So, I've seen her." He looks to Omen. "She's here. I think they were right. Her name is Lindsay here." but there's so many memories. Still have to find the right house. I'm gonna project. I'll be back, okay?
Oh.
So he closes his eyes again, and now he's like sitting down. He's got himself in like a firm position where he doesn't have to apply any pressure. And as he leaves his body, his head like sort of slumps, and he's just sort of inactive there on the ground.
I want to see anywhere we can take a rest for a bit.
Do you want to take a rest? He's just sort of doing this like along the side of the road.
I don't think it's safe. Meredith's people could be anywhere.
Yeah, Meredith could be anywhere. I mean,
Do you think
Meredith.
we should take him over and hide him?
No, I'm just saying let's not
Yeah.
rest just yet. Let's just stay alert.
By the way, Killian, what are you doing while you're sneaking around the town?
I was gonna search for her.
Okay, make a search check.
That's what I did. I got 178.
178. Let me take a look. What? Let me look at your stats. Didn't know that.
Didn't know
okay. I didn't notice that you had a specific disadvantage, but that's fine. You are moving through town and you find absolutely nada. You can peer into windows and you try to like search one part of the town and you just seem it there's a little bit of luck involved because this is a decently sized town, but you just can't find it. You do search all of the houses. You search very thoroughly, and you can tell that she's not in this one section of town. So that is something you gain from that. All right. So you guys are just remaining alert in the center of town.
Yeah, I was more thinking somewhere to put Karma while he's looking, but
Null just
Yeah,
kind of like
instead.
picks up Karma and is like, "Okay, where are we going?"
Like that street over there seems well, I say street, but between the forge and the grain house should be pretty quiet.
there's a forge right next to a grain house.
I don't know. I'm not the
This is a
architect.
shit architect.
Yeah, I'm not the city planner here.
Thank you. Okay. Da, 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 da. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I was finding something. Okay. Alright. You are sitting there casually. Everybody make a notice check. Magic price of 2.
Minus what on magic appraisal?
80.
Is it based on sight?
It is based on sight.
Well,
Well, no, it's based on hearing as well, so don't worry about that.
okay. So I did 136, and then
And you said notice, right?
Yeah. That's what it works.
Wow, that's not a bad appraisal for minus like 1.7.
Omen. Did you get the minus 80 in there?
No. For which side?
Okay.
Notice.
No, for your magic appraisal.
Okay, it'll be 154 then.
Okay. Everyone is sitting there. And suddenly, let me actually, I have to make a dodge check. I always forget that. Oh, my NPCs have roles and they can do cool things too. Oh, I didn't know he had this. Oh, I did know. I just totally forgot. Okay.
If it's somebody trying to hide their magic, it's a little bit higher.
Yeah. All right. So, unfortunately, that was but Karma suddenly like stiffens where he was being held, and he seems to like shake and then pass out completely.
Shit.
um,
Okay, yeah, I'll try and wake him up.
He seems completely unconscious. You can feel his heartbeat, but you can feel like his entire body growing cold.
Okay, gonna look around for like apothecary or doctors or anything.
I'm looking around for doctors.
You mean the alchemists?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we just came from there. She doesn't like us.
Are you gonna go around? There's slowly been gathering more people moving around. Are you gonna start asking them for a possible alchemist or?
Yeah.
Apothecary?
Like,
You
don't
do
want a
know.
doctor can help.
There are a couple people who says, "Oh, the woman down there. She isn't home all that often. She goes exploring in the woods for most of her time, but she's very good. If you need someone immediately, though, we do have a local physician who is incredibly good at what he does, and they will direct you past City Hall, actually, to a rather nice, like larger house. You can see that there are two wings to this house that are open into many windows, and there's beds and." It's obviously meant to be a place where people are cared for. And as you go inside, you are greeted by this rather hefty, heavy-set man with a bristling white beard that he seems to try to keep shaved, but it always curls up a little. And the door is wide open. You are able to walk right in. He seems to be finagling something with very fine metalwork. He seems to have very tiny pincers behind the desk. And he looks up at you and he says, "Oh, hello! Oh, what's wrong with him?" And immediately, sees that you have Karma injured over here and goes to help you guide him to a bed. Hello, strangers. How did this happen?
He just collapsed. I think
yeah,
he had a... Yeah. Allergies? I don't know. Just look at him.
You will watch. She could roll medicine, but he pulls out a number of utensils you have never seen anyone use before. He goes through the whole motions of getting his pulse, trying to figure out his temperature. He even draws just a few drops of blood, and he even has opens his hello dog. He opens his mouth and looks through it, holds a very small lamp over his head, tilts it so that it sort of shines down there. And has a little mirror sort of attached to a thin metal rod. He seems to have all the gear for everything, and he says, "This young man will be fine. This is one of the most severe cases of shock I've ever seen, though. Did he see anything? Anything unpleasant happen to you recently?"
Question. Maybe you did see something.
Well, I hate to tell you this. Are you guys planning on staying long? He says this as he is
Eyes of the world. Eyes of the world.
Eyes of the world. Oh, that's still active? I'm sorry.
Oh no! No. It got deactivated. I'm pretty sure it got deactivated. I
thought it was on for 24 hours.
I need to. Yeah. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Because if it's not, I'm reactivating it now. But
okay.
Invocations, Hugin and Moonin. 1 hour for every 10 points. So yeah, it's on for rest of the day. So yes.
How much is that? An automatic what in the area of 1,500 feet?
1,500 feet, and I have notice and search 240.
Okay. Roll that 240 really quickly.
Yeah. So sorry, all of my notice checks earlier should have been a little bit better.
Not bad.
100 plus 240. Yeah, 257.
Okay.
Is there anything within 100 and within 1,500 feet that is shocking to the point of making me collapse as well?
No, you don't sense anything that was immediately scary. However, that doesn't let you sense spirits, does it?
Extrasensorial vision.
Okay.
But no, I need to activate True Seeing as well to be able to see Matrix's magic and invisible creatures.
Okay. Unfortunately, well, perhaps fortunately, there's nothing in that area that shocks you so much that you are afraid. You can sense all the people moving, and with extrasensorial vision of 1,500 feet, you can actually tell where Lindsay is.
Okay.
I need to remember those things too.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, you didn't sense anything different really. You just sensed him suddenly shake and fall unconscious. But you know there's any number of things that a wizard could have done to make that happen, especially when he was astral projecting.
Yep.
So the gentleman says there's only so much I can. He may be here. It would be best to leave him in my care for some time, but he will be fine. I'll need to get I'll need him to be conscious to discern his mental state. That will be the next step.
Omen. We can't. It might be a shock to them, but I think we should just evacuate everybody here. Gabriel can come in, evacuate everyone, then we go through the door, and then we explain everything once we're safe. I think.
Oh, you mean get everyone out of here?
Yeah, I think something is dangerous here and hurts Karma and could hurt all of us too. And I'm just thinking, if we get Gabriel in here, we could just, tell everybody about the danger and then just go and figure it out later. Before we are also the ones who before any of us are the ones who collapse and potentially lose our memories.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I could try something with Karma.
All right.
Oh,
well, you're not
here
with
now?
us.
No one
Oh,
said
yeah, I'm not.
Tom's lost his memories.
I know, but there might be something here eating memories. I'm just. We can't check on his memories while he's unconscious, and he's the only one who could check on our memories being modified. So.
If something spooked him, I could enter his nightmare, but I'm not there.
Yeah. Would you?
I mean, feel free to try, but
Okay.
Well, I'm not there.
Alright.
Unless, Jorl tells me to come or something. I guess I would be still exploring the town looking.
I'm gonna turn to the man and I say, "What is your name, sir?"
My name is Reginald, sir.
Reginald.
Yes,
Alright.
Reginald Baxter.
Listen, Reginald.
Yes.
There's something strange and dangerous about this place, and I think it would be best if you came with us and saw for yourself. Where there's the Meredith's home is a portal, is a way back to the real world, and we need to get back there very quickly. And we need to get everyone out of here very quickly. I need you to come with me, please.
There's something dangerous happening?
Yes. Very dangerous.
Okay, let me stabilize him, make sure everything's fine. I can't. I have no authority to evacuate the town.
I understand, but you are somebody. You are somebody that the people trust with their lives. When it comes to medical things, they might trust you with their lives for something else. So Gabriel's gonna open the door, enter this place, and basically teleport. Like as soon as he's done, stabilizing karma, she's gonna teleport him to the shed, and then with Jorel, and then like we're gonna show him the office.
Gabriel's gonna teleport him
And
from where he is to the shed.
yeah,
Well, I would like you to make a projection roll from the shed to hit him from there.
Yeah.
Now, as I actually mentioned, you are just off the main road, which is straight through the path. So technically, if you got him outside,
yeah,
you'd be able to see him, sort of.
yeah. I'm gonna just take him outside and say, all right, we're gonna go the fast way. And
Okay.
all right, projection.
All right.
200.
I'm sure that hits. I'd say you guys are about like 1,400 feet away.
Cool.
Yeah, that gets you.
Potential. Oh, nice. Open running the potential.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think like we come out of the house, we disappear, we reappear at Meredith's shed.
He is not of Gnosis 10, so he cannot possibly resist. Poof, he is there. And you immediately see his like arms go up, and like all of the little, like a couple of these objects in this like small apron he had just go flying out of his pocket. Just like, what was that? He looks back to town.
We traveled faster. So look, this right here, this door right there, it leads back to an office, to a larger building that is in another world. This place right here that you've been living in, follow me, I'll explain along the way. And like, I go into Meredith's office.
He like
Yeah.
stares at you, and he kind of ducks his head, and he like draws out a handkerchief and puts it to his mouth. And he like sort of takes a few steps closer, like now wiping his brow. This isn't reality.
This is magic. There's a magician keeping you all here.
Everybody in the little old group, Thalariel, Omen, and no, needs to make a magical bracelet or notice check, and then a defense.
Filario?
Thalariel's back with them. Oh no, you brought her in. Yeah, she's in there with you. So only Omen, Null, and no one else is there, right?
Not right now, no, because they're just teleported away. So, any penalties?
No penalty. Oh, the negative 82 magic appraisal.
Still better, I think.
Ooh, I think Fernando, did you leave and come back?
Oh, is he gone? Didn't know he was gone.
I'm about to ruin this man's entire life.
He seems like almost heaving now.
Yeah. Okay, so Omen got the magic appraisal. I don't know if Tez is here. Tez?
Tez is not with the group, so he would not have to make this, actually.
Okay.
He could make a magic appraisal when he comes back, but he is not there to be affected by it.
So is it a magic resistance or magic appraisal check?
Magic appraisal check first.
And then magic resistance?
Oh.
Yes, and then magic resistance. Technically, you guys would get a defense, but looking at that magic appraisal, it would be surprised and blinded. So, if you would like to, Jorel can't defend you because at the moment he is blinded to you.
Yep. I can...
Uh-oh. I don't have a shield up at the moment.
You have a shield, but
If,
I'm completely blinded, so I've got
You can check.
I've got the minus 90 penalty to defend you.
Yep. You could, if you wanted to. If you have enough accumulation. I think it depends on if you have a shield. You can use up to half your accumulation to create a shield to defend yourself while surprised. So if you have a shield, you could cast, and it takes less than half of your Xeon to do so. You can defend yourself. Is that it? Oh no, that's Jorl's with the mighty.
Yeah, that's mine with the I'm defending somebody else, and oh no, wait, actually it should have been a little bit lower than that, a little bit higher than that. It's 20. So it's actually 228.
It's probably higher than I'm going to roll.
Yeah.
So, magic resistance, right?
Yes, magic. Sorry, I have the spell here. It's just higher or is it lower? I am very sorry. Oh no, there it is. Okay, gotcha.
Well, no, it would be better for me to defend. I mean, I guess I've decided not to now, but it's up to you whether I still can.
You still can.
Make shield then.
Okay.
Myself.
Alright.
50. 253.
53. Alright. Omen. Make a magic yeah, that's your defense check. Okay, actually. Well, you still get the negative 90 and the negative 80 for being blinded. So that's negative 170. Though that also should have been applied to Joral's roll.
Yeah, I didn't apply the surprise, but I did apply the blindness.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it should. Yeah. My bad.
That is alright. At either point, you must now make a magical resistance check.
Another one?
Oh, did you already make yours? Oh, you did. It's
Yeah,
right there.
137.
Yeah.
Yes. And now Null does not get to defend against this, so he is just going to have to make that.
Defended no.
Oh, you could have defended Null. But it would have been a negative 40.
You also need an active action to
Plus the negatives, yeah.
to
right.
defend somebody else.
All right. Let me read exactly how this power works so that I don't make any silly mistakes. Okay. Feel fine. You feel all right.
Mm-hmm.
You sort of have this instinctive moment of like surprise as what shield are you summoning?
It's a general magic shield.
Okay, general magic shield. Where's Chef?
Followed us, but probably standing outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chef is standing outside.
Just looking like a human.
A normal, everyday human.
Just T-posing outside.
You sense like the shield, their energies like ripple around you for a moment, and then they're gone. And also, your magic, all of your magic that you were using, is gone, including the ability to control Chef. Nell sort of looks up to you and seems just sort of unfazed, and he's like squints his eyes a little bit. He says, "You okay?" There is a shuffling outside, and you hear the rattling of chains.
Need to go.
Where?
Are there any windows in here?
Windows? Yes, like I said, there are two wings to either side of the house that are all windows.
Okay, yeah.
There's also one in the back if you want to go straight across and away from the front door.
I'm doing that.
Should I get
gonna
Karma?
Yep, you pick up Karma. I'm going to open the window.
Okay, he grabs up Karma. and you both of you run for the window. Okay. The window's
I'm gonna
easy
sneak,
to open.
but
It's
run.
not long. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, you could sneak too. Noel also sneak. Noel is a sneaky guy. Actually, I think I did give him some, didn't I? Yeah, he has stealth because he's a thug. He's not just a fighter.
Yeah.
There we go. Almost as stealthy, not quite as stealthy. Both of you make an incredibly good team, sneaking back to the back window, opening it, and sliding out. Almost immediately on the other side, you hear a whistling, horrible noise, and then wood cracking. Chef has found somebody to attack.
Joy.
All right. So,
Sure.
huh?
Okay, Noel, you take Karma there over to Meredith's cottage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look for Lindsay. I mean Gail.
Okay. We don't know where she is.
She's got to be nearby.
She's got to be somewhere, I guess. Are you sure? He's like, takes a couple steps back towards holding Karma.
I'm
I was
sure.
supposed to be. Okay. Sorry. And he like starts booking it up that way. Up above. He's slow as all get out, but he has some athleticism. So he's
Okay.
running back up quietly as he can towards Jorah.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did Idrid's shield get dispelled, and is she aware of it if it did get dispelled?
It didn't get expelled.
Okay, good. Whew.
Yep, it is still there. And you are not aware of your shield being dispelled, or of their shields being dispelled.
Yep.
But anyways, now what is you want to take another search check, Killian, or are you doing anything else? You said you were doing something else. I'm sorry. Is he back?
Fernando?
Get back to.
Tez? Are you muted?
I can see your microphone moving on Discord.
Maybe somebody's just dancing in that room. Okay.
He seems disconnected from Discord, actually. Oh,
Oh,
he's
Searching.
searching. For what?
okay. Hi, guys.
Search.
Oh, you're searching. He's searching for her. Okay, so you choose another part of the
okay.
town. Make another search check. There's search check. Oh, no, man.
129.
Okay. You go through carefully searching another part of the town. However, it is not the one which Lindsay is in. Unfortunately. But you feel like you've searched it pretty well, while everybody else is going crazy. As a quick note, by now, Gabriel, going through that book, has been able to look up Lindsay, and you get the sense that you can't really find too much about where she is from this. You do know that she is in a numbered cottage that Merethy has sort of down. You can't find the map isn't in this book though. You do know the aspects of her life though. You know that as a kid she was a rogue. She was a mischievous young tot, but certain aspects of her life in recent years have taught her to sort of more powerfully treasure her community. And she has renounced her roguish ways and is now working between the local doctors and volunteering elsewhere. She is working the fields with a mother figure she has named Allison.
It's okay. I think it's the. I think this might be a spell to rewrite people's memories into and that it's rewritten in that book. hold on. Which power do I have that could do this? Gabriel has knowledge and darkness. That's not gonna work. Filario. Oh yeah, no. I'm just gonna like Filario is gonna appear and cast necromantic blast on the book and destroy it.
You're gonna destroy the book. Okay.
Yeah.
Make a projection roll.
I'm gonna touch the book and destroy it.
Touch plus 40 to your projection.
Yeah. Okay. Plus 40.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually pretty good.
That is pretty good. You touch it. What was the spell? Necromantic.
Is the necromantic attack spell.
Okay, so necromantic beam, I think, or something. Anyways, a beam of souls. Well, it's not a beam because you're touching the object. Like the energies just sort of ripple over the book, decaying it into nothing. Pieces of paper just sort of fall and melt. It turns into ashes and sludge.
All right. That probably worked. Probably. That's 60 points of Xeon from Filario.
Once Xeon.
Alright.
Alright. So you cast that.
Yeah. And then I turn around and I say, and I wave at the at the human who's just found out about the supernatural before disappearing back into Joro.
Yep. Reginald, he walks inside and you see him his hands sort of shaking a little bit on his shirt. He has it clutched like this. And then the book turns to sludge and he looks over at her and he just sits there for a moment staring through the open curtain at the book. Oi. Where am I?
Are you remembering things now? What's your name? Is your name still Reginald?
My name is Lewis. And he's looking at his hands. What's going on here?
Fuck. Maybe destroying that book wasn't the best idea.
What's going on here? You old man, what have you done to me? And he's coming at you with big old fists. And as he raises them now, you realize that the knuckles are actually flattened. And you can see scars and marks all across his hands. He's apparently not always been a doctor.
Well, I'm gonna rely on my trusty shield to block those attacks. While I say calm down, I don't mean you any harm.
Persuasion check. He is reaching to grab your robes.
All right.
Not immediately throwing a haymaker, but he's gonna grab your robes and haul you up if you don't defend.
I'm gonna defend with the shield. And
defend with the shield.
Hold on.
He fumbles actually.
Ah!
He fumbles with 5.
Persuasion.
He comes at you.
And
Persuasion.
194. And in the meantime, I'm also defending with defensive projection at just at plus 40.
This don't make no goddamn sense.
Yeah. What's your name? Do you remember your name? Do you remember?
My name is Lewis.
Okay. Perfect.
Not Reginald.
All right. Good.
You best not call me Reginald again.
I won't. All right. Listen. I got you out of that illusion. I'm gonna go back in there and get the other people out. Run through that door and save your life. Get out of here.
He just sort of tries to push you aside and feels the shield, just sort of flips out a little bit and runs, throws open the door and just starts sprinting through the field, the test chamber. All right, so he seems to be gone.
I'm like, I was pointing him like through the compound so that he gets.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Cool.
Because the door right through Merethi's office leads into the like the study, the place where she was letting them practice their magic.
Cool. I'm gonna go back into the parallel dimension and basically just run from a distance and say, "Is everybody remembering stuff already?"
Back in town,
Yeah.
everybody who's in town. There's Noel, there's Elman, and
Chef.
Killian. Yep, Chef.
Yep,
There's
I'm there.
And Chef.
Jeff is there.
everyone is slowly rising from these houses. Some houses are still quiet. There seemed to be suddenly like this outbreak of verbal disputes, and like you hear some people like sobbing. You hear some people like completely and utterly confused and just sort of gibbering. Some like many have just wandered out into the streets and they avoid each other. They're trying to figure out exactly what's going on.
I start yelling, Gale.
Gale, you start yelling, Gale.
Yup.
All right, you start yelling for Gale. Yeah, the worst moment for the GM to remember Chef. I mean, Chef has been with you. He just hasn't. You haven't ordered him to do anything, so he's just this big, bulky dude. But the spell wasn't dispelled on him to make him look different either. As you're moving through the streets, Killian, you sort of just look over, and you happen to see Chef leveling a house with his flail. Like you see somebody literally get thrown out from the wreckage as an uppercut tears up the foundation. Svilava is activated. Don't know what he's thinking about this though.
Is this a fight?
Yeah,
Or is-
destruction.
or is
It's a fight if you decide you want to engage Chef Killian.
Oh, I was just gonna let him do whatever he wanted. He's not.
Chef seems to be in a target-rich environment. He doesn't seem to be after you, but he does seem to be killing people.
I'd rather he not do that, but I don't have anything on, so
Okay. But you're still calling out for Gale?
that is correct.
As you are calling out for Gale, you call out with more, make a power check. You can call out a little louder than the others. The others seem to be like wailing or screaming or just like asking questions. They seem to be confused. Your voice can carry over them. However, it is sort of being dampened by the voices rising up all over town in a mad panic.
Oh, well, everyone near me, if they're near me for more than 5
Yeah.
turns, might be fascinated and not do anything.
Is
to
that
make
it?
them more-
Is that area
Yeah.
15 feet?
Yeah, 50 meters.
50 meters. Okay. So yeah, a couple people will. What was the MR again?
100. So, regular people might.
That was a mass combat roll. So technically, you did affect them. Just like in the 20 people that pass you by, only about 5 of them stay there long enough and don't resist and are like stalled and like just sort of like start to stare at you. But those people seem to freak out the other ones even more. Still, that does make the area around you a little bit quieter. All right. So that's what you're doing. You are also searching. Omen, what are you doing? Karma's still running. You can see him like booking it. Now there are like people coming, and Karma's not generally a rude or mean guy, but when somebody comes up to him and like he's carrying Karma, he just like puts his hand on their face and shoves them away as he keeps running by. Omen, what are you doing?
If Chef isn't specifically attacking any people at the moment, I'm just going to be sneaking around, looking to see if I can find Gale.
You know that your maintenance of your control over Chef is gone. And if you want to like peek over that way, you can easily look over and see. Yeah, He's pretty much ripped one house completely to shreds and is now like just sort of like stomping towards the rest of the crowd. The crowd does seem to have the intelligence, even in their like frazzled state, to disperse from him. However, he is
Very fast.
very fast for a gigantic beast, and he easily catches one person up, like just raises them into the air and crushes them with his one hand, while the other one starts flailing through the crowd.
Oh,
Ah,
well,
well.
Ring, still. I'm going to try putting Xeon through that. See
You're
if I
gonna do
can
what?
shoot of fireballs to, like, shoot.
You don't technically need the gift
Chef?
to use. You don't technically need the gift to use that ring. All you need is the projection skill.
You do. It's true. Even with a plus 50, the
Wait.
ring. That was a goofy roll. I should have rolled with a higher bonus than that, but it's fine. You raise your hand, and yeah, you can channel Xeon through the. You don't even need to channel Xeon. You just go
Yeah.
fire fireballs with it. You firing them at Chef.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, that will put us in the combat. You can make it initiative, but I'll let you hit with these 3 fireballs first because you are initiating. However, what's the radius on those? One more time.
100 meters.
Yeah.
You will be incinerating Chef and a vast number of people and houses around him.
Farron.
Where's Farron? I would let you have called Farron to yourself. However, Farron otherwise was up in the air.
You're right. I'll be calling Farron back to myself now.
Okay.
Because if I can't get a clear shot off with the ring, then I guess I can try throwing a rock at him to get his attention.
Okay, you try to take a rock. Make your attack roll.
Attack rolls.
How close are you willing to get to him to throw this rock? Because you remember in the olden days when you were like 4 or 5 and you threw a rock before you knew you could throw fire? And that's all the experience you have to go back to.
Because I'm trying to get his attention in the first place, so I don't mind getting that close, but like not more than like.
Well, honestly, I forgot you could fatigue it that much. So yeah, you take a rock and you whip it like a pro, and it goes sailing over and bonks harmlessly off of his armor. You get a -60 to that because you're not proficient in throwing weapons, but that's okay because you hit him, and the strike like causes him to turn because it technically put him on the defensive. Or it would technically, I believe, he's surprised, and I would say it's from behind. -7 now. Yes, so he turns around and like just throws down the possibly alive, probably dead body of whoever he was just holding, and sees you. And you are now his
Bad
target.
chef.
He does.
Bad chef. Bad chef.
He raises Svilava and begins to like move towards you, slowly picking up speed. Are you gonna run? Or are you gonna face him?
I'm running.
Okay,
can't
Jorel,
defend
as you
myself.
come, I was gonna say, Jorel, as you come around the corner, you can look to the left and see this way down at the end. You see Omen run, Chef run after.
What?
You also see the bodies of the people Chef has mutilated.
Yes. I leave for 2 fucking seconds.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't have left
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have.
so high.
All right, is that map okay?
This map.
Oh yeah, I moved the players over to like another map.
Oh yeah, I am. No, I had. Oh, you're gonna use one of these? That's cool. I was gonna just like.
I didn't know if you had one prepared or not, but like
I didn't have like any great ones. I had like You can see it's the one at the very end, but yeah, this one is good.
Alright, cool.
This one's better for like the entire town.
It's gonna be on the map layer, and then it's a bit pixelated, so I have to apologize, everyone. But yeah.
No, this is my fault. I would have had a better map too. However, I will do one thing to this map.
Alright, cool. So Karma and Null are far away, and I'm also far away in the same direction, but I'm coming towards y'all.
Okay, yep. I would put this map isn't quite big enough for the entire town, but it's alright. If I may, I'll put you guys, Karma and them, over here. You guys, you've just made through this path over here. And Killing, would you mind if I put you up there at the top? You there, Killing?
Are you muted?
I was muted. Yeah, you can
Hello.
put me there.
Okay. You are up here on this side, sort of like looking around the corner, watching all this crazy stuff happen. Omen and Farron are running from Chef. Null and Karma are almost to... Why is this thing moving around?
Oh, sorry. I was just adjusting it to the like proper size of the page.
Okay, put this guy's over here. Give as much room as we can. All right. So everybody who wants to may roll initiative.
Yay! We're
There's that.
we're fighting our friend Chef. Again.
You're a lifelong friend, Chef.
Well, unlike.
Oh no, this ruins so many plans.
Hold on.
Your unlifelong friend.
We might be able to contain him. I've got the Necronomicon. And
You do have that.
yeah. And at least one person who's able to cast spells from it.
That can't be me right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Karma's unconscious. That makes it slightly easier for me. Wait.
Unless they ask for help, I'm gonna continue looking for.
Well,
Okay.
thank you so much. I'm so glad
If you
we
ask
gave.
for help, I'll help. But other than that, I assume you.
I'm so glad we gave the important items to the person who's gonna be helping.
To be fair, you didn't give me anything. I grabbed them.
By the way, I want to just make I'm sorry, I've forgotten. Do you have Spies of Light, Gillian?
No, I don't.
How are you seeing anything?
Oh, my familiar.
You're familiar. Yep, that's it. Okay. I was like, I need to. I really want to clarify this at some point, but I don't know how he's even searching. So, your familiar looks like what when it's just run?
No, I can turn
It's
it
a bird.
into any animal.
It's
a bird.
You have a
yeah.
bird. You probably no, you don't because you're invisible. Yep. Okay. So, everybody rolled. Who's got to roll? Looks good except for Omen.
Well,
Okay.
it's just not on the tracker because Kid
Okay.
can't do that.
Just move along with Farron.
It's 262 is initiative. It's not on the tracker still.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've added you, and it's 262. Got it. There you go.
Okay. Descending. So that means Stellariel is first.
All right.
Let me roll chefs real quick. It's just this. No. There we go. Oh, he's at 0.
He's at 0.
So he's right where he needs to be.
Yes. Okay. Surprise. With a movement speed of 6, do I get to move in on him fast enough? Give me 1 sec.
Well, that's right. I have Chef's character sheet.
Yep.
Yes, you do. Now,
I can just delete it.
No.
There we go.
Secret
Did
God
it.
powers.
No, hold on. We can still keep Chef on our team. He's been very helpful. Okay, so books, core, rulebook, and movement speed 6. Regeneration. Movement speed 6, 70 feet.
All right, I have adjusted the map length to be a little bit more appropriate to that, so
Okay.
you may.
70 feet is way too far for me. So I'm going to position myself here, and I'm going to ballista shots.
Very good.
Ballista shoot him. Yeah.
Take your ballista shot at Chef. Now, the way Chef is right now, I would say that you still have some objects between you and he.
Okay.
You can take a shot through them
Yeah.
with a ballista if you want to.
Yeah, because of my eyes of the world perception, I might crumble a few buildings, but yeah. I'm aiming for the legs.
Okay.
So I'm taking multiple penalties, but then again, he's gonna be very surprised. So
Yes. A negative 20 will be your penalty for shooting through eyes of the world that aren't your own sense. But
okay.
that's all you're going to get. You're not going to get any other penalties for vision obscured.
And what about aiming for the legs? That's gonna be
Aiming for the legs is a negative 20, I believe.
So I'm at minus 40. All right, let's do this. Oh wait, no. 2 points of fatigue, and then minus 40 modifier.
Only negative 10. But bam! Okay, I will give him the surprise penalty for this. As a spear of blood goes... what's the base damage of that? I'm sure it takes way past the base damage barrier of these buildings.
Oh yeah, I did lose 20 life points from shooting that, so it's gonna be 260. I gotta remember to do that. And the damage for the heavy ballista is 295.
All right. Now, there is technically no way to shoot through buildings in the game, so I hope you don't mind me doing a little home rule for how this works.
Go ahead.
The base damage is reduced by half of the damage barrier of every object it passes through. The damage barrier of these buildings is 80, so it passes through both, loses 80, and deals how much?
215.
215, thank you. Minus, it doesn't have a shield, so it gets the minus. No, it can use large weapon as a shield. All right. Pow, pow. The ballista goes tearing through these two buildings. And Omen, as you're watching, you look over behind your shoulder and see this like pillar of blood come hurtling out of the building next to it and nails Chef in the leg. Unfortunately, his armor defends him. He is, however, his turn is done. He cannot move. He can passively move, but passive move is like that. So
he's on the defensive.
He's on the defensive. It is and that is it for Thalario?
Mm-hmm.
Omen, you and Farron are up next.
Okay, there are still civilians around, right? So
there are. I'm actually making that little roll to see if you shot any in the way. Does Jorel have fortunate or unfortunate?
I don't believe so.
Yeah. In that case, the bullet fires through, hitting no one. There are people in those buildings, though, as they are now crumbling. They seem to be running out. You can't tell if any were actually hurt. You didn't see anyone be physically harmed, though.
Alright. I'm gonna yell, why the fuck is Chef attacking buildings?
if he's taken my magic, can't do anything.
Wait, what? Somebody took
me.
your... Okay.
Killian also says what?
Killian, you're way up here. I don't think you can hear through the screaming. How are you guys talking?
I guess shouting.
Wait, didn't you steer the arrow?
No, we don't have Epic Pedigree.
Yeah.
We stole it
You
back.
guys-
This keeps happening up and it keeps saying, no, we don't have it.
Yeah.
No, we
So
stole it
Octavia's
back.
one of them. Oh yeah, with the
We stole it
daggers,
from Olivia.
Yeah.
Oh, who are you talking to me? Oh, right.
Oh, you stole it from Olivia.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, I forgot that one wasn't technically with her, but was with her. Anyways. Yeah. So, that, what is Omen doing?
Omen is moving away.
Move your full movement value wherever you'd like.
I don't-
Go down there.
Movement value is 100 feet, and I don't know if this is accurate or not.
This is accurate.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, then should be able to go
There's a
down here.
There's a beautiful
How do you make the
mural
line?
of a face right there.
No, Farron's staying.
Oh, Farron, stand back there.
No, actually, no. It's Farron's movement value, actually.
Anything else for you?
Not for Omen. Farron's movement value is 6, which I think is 70 meters.
75. 70 feet.
Well, if
So-
Farron's attached to you, she can be like you can carry her.
Yeah, no, that's better then. I'm going to take it with me and then have a transform.
Okay. Pow pow! I will get you your
Wait.
other.
Hang on, I can't cast magic. Can I still expend a Xeon?
Actually, no. I'm sorry, you cannot.
Wait,
I almost
well.
gave you your Farron form. Farron was not in it. However, all of her powers require your gift, which you apparently don't seem to have.
actually,
Oh,
the what are they called? The you don't need to have the gift to have a
Hey, you're
a
right.
shield. It was actually like the way that it was developed was kind of felt like it was made for summoners who had invested in magic accumulation but not magic regeneration to be able to use magic when the new rules for magic accumulation for magic regeneration came out in Arcana Exit. So it feels like maybe Farron might still be able to use magic or not, depending on what powers are actually activated on Bowman right now.
I thought the powers that Farron has don't use magic, but if Farron had tried to cast a spell, she
but
would
it's
not be
summoning,
able to.
but they still require Xeon.
Actually, you know it is right. You don't need any gift, any supernatural powers to activate any of Farron. So, and she was outside of the radius of the effect that you were in. So, she is able to transform. She turns into her fiery angel form. That will take this turn, I believe.
Okay, yep, so I can still have an attack at a penalty, so
You could, however, this is once again a scenario where Chef is too far away. And well, not too far away, but through buildings.
I'll just hold off for now then.
Next is
Could
Null.
have a hold off until Chef appears around the corner, then have a shoot him, right?
You can, however, Chef won't do that this turn because he
Yeah.
can only move that far.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can.
He's stumbling because he got shot by a blood lance.
You're staying on
Yeah.
Overwatch.
Null moves his full 75 feet, or well, 65 feet over here, trying to get closer to Jorl. Jorl's turn.
Okay. Yeah, we have to help these people. We gotta provide targets for Chef to follow until Filarial is able to cast the control spell. Well, actually, until Gabriel is able to cast the control spell. I hand the Necronomicon over to Gabriel. She's gonna be careful with the trap. Open it, look for the control undead spell, and start preparing to use it. It's gonna take a few turns, and it might not work, but I'm still gonna try.
I'm glad you remember he strapped a bomb to the Necronomicon. I'm glad you remember he strapped a bomb to the Necronomicon, because I sure don't.
I'm also glad I remembered that. I'll be right back.
Also, I think if you're using a book, you get half your accumulation.
Yeah.
For casting through a book. I believe it's half your accumulation.
Yep, you're right. You only have half.
Give 2.
Everybody can begin rolling for initiative.
Question. So while that was going on, I assume Killian's like, There's too much of a distraction. I guess we should take care of Chef. And we'll
You may.
join in.
Do that, yeah.
Because I rolled a shitty search anyway.
Are you still calling out for Gale?
No. So that was what I was doing this round.
Okay.
So I joined the next,
Okay.
which is about to start.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. Hello, he's back.
I'm back. Okay.
Welcome back. We're doing initiative again.
Yeah. Huh? Sorry, new initiative? Okay.
New initiative.
Alright. Yeah. I don't. So what did Noel do? Did he listen?
Noel is just booking it towards you guys. He doesn't really even know what's going on over there.
Yeah,
He just told to book it to you.
I was yelling at him that we gotta targets for Chef until like I'm able to cast a spell, basically.
Oh. He says, well, I'm not going over there with karma on my back.
Okay, give me karma.
You're way over there. I'm on my way. Gosh, hold your horses.
My horse died.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you can't hold it. I'm almost there.
I love the
Maybe
teamwork.
if you held your horse more, it would be there.
How dare you talk about takes the lead like this?
I'm sorry. I'm in a rough time right now. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. Wait. Oh, I've got a better plan.
What's your plan?
I've got another plan.
An additional plan.
It does not involve controlling Chef. Okay. Ooh.
Oh, he didn't roll that high again.
Alright.
Thalariel is the master of rolls.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is a question mark thing that's taking away our powers. I see that.
I see the question mark.
Yeah. We all see it. We all know it's there. We all know there's somebody taking powers. Okay.
You don't know nothing.
I'm gonna move to here.
Okay, move right over there.
Okay.
Chef is still through buildings, but only one building this time.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get his attention away from civilians. I'm like, Chef, over here.
Are you
And
gonna shoot him or just gonna yell back?
I don't want to damage him too much. I'm gonna shoot him. It does lower my initiative by a lot, so I'm going from 230. I'm lowering my initiative by 120 to shoot him. So it's gonna be 93. 93, yeah, 93. So basically, I'm just like I'm skipping my I'm lowering my turn right now, and it's and I'll shoot later. Omen, it's your turn.
All right, Omen, go.
Yay. I don't know about that question mark, but
Well, somebody had to take your supernatural powers away from you.
I mean, don't know what, but not that there.
Methinks it's a strong
Dump.
destruction, mate.
Ooh, I hope it's... Please let it be someone who has the tower. Or the tower inverted. Please let it be someone who has the tower. Or the tower inverted.
Because only one person can have that.
Yeah, only one person can have either of them, and whoever murders them gets to be the next person in line to use the tower.
Yeah,
It's
Oben's
like-
moved.
It's like being Santa Claus.
Is
Are you referring to the Santa Claus?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was
Right.
like,
I'm gonna keep an eye. I'm using my action to make a notice check to keep an eye out for either Gale or Tim Allen.
Tim Allen. Okay. Notice Tim Allen. He's over there behind that bush. Roll additional because you open roll. Okay. Gale. I'll let you know as the round progresses. Next is nobody. Ooh.
Ooh.
I would like. Solario can't see supernatural, right?
She can see magic because she has the gift.
Excellent. I would like her to make a notice check.
Mhm.
Oh well, a magic appraisal then. Okay, yeah, magic appraisal. She can't see magic, she can appraisal it.
When you have the gift, you can see magic. But I didn't put points in magic appraisal, so since it's an intellectual skill, I can't use it. But I can see it, and
You can
yeah,
smell it.
smell it too.
Okay.
Oh, it's because I'm within like enough feet of Killian.
Nope.
Nope.
I want to make a surprised magical a surprise defense with the energy shield, and then a magical resistance.
No, Philario doesn't have the shield she blocks.
Okay, then she may block with surprise.
All right.
She has a shield technically, right? Yeah, fatigue. Lower your fatigue.
All right, and surprise is minus 90.
Oh no.
Oof.
I would like you to make a magical resistance check, please.
Yep.
Also, after that, you can make a notice with your 240 of Joral.
Okay. Yeah. 175. Ooh, I rolled a 95 on this one.
You rolled really good. Is it enough? Wait, okay, no, that's the wrong one. Okay, it is good. Phew, yeah. No, wait. That's the wrong spell again. It is still good. Okay. That was high enough to resist.
Okay.
You look around, you immediately like feel this rippling energy. It's not trying to take away your powers. Her skin begins to boil and almost erode away. And it very nearly does so. Barely with like focus can she bring her cohesion down, or back. And she looks around. She doesn't see anything. Joral, however, this crowd is full of people. Full of unusual, and they're all crazy. They all seem nuts. Many of them are looking at Thalariel and just fleeing in outright terror. However, there is one person who, to all honesty, looks just like another face in the crowd, wrapped in like comfortably made but cotton clothes, like everybody else. Just stares at Thalariel while this is happening, and then turns into an alleyway.
Okay. Destruction Mage is what I'm gonna yell, because between Omen losing her powers and my skin almost boiling off, that's the conclusion I'm arriving at. I might be wrong, but basically that's what I'm yelling, and yelling into the Eru Peligri. Can you point to me? Okay, this person turned into the alley right here. Got it.
No, actually, this is someone else. This
Oh.
person turned into the alley up here.
Okay. Cool.
I forgot about something, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Cool. Okay.
Oh, it doesn't tell me which one is
It's-
different.
It's still Killian's turn.
Oh, I thought other stuff was happening.
Nope.
Um, I will strike down Chef.
Strike him down.
Is he covered by something from?
He is not. You have an open line of sight to Chef.
Okay, I will use the cold attack,
Okay. Use your cold attack.
the ice attack, or the ice attack hitting on. Actually, do zombies resist cold?
You don't have a cult, do you?
I don't know nothing.
Yep. You don't know nothing.
Actually, I do have a cult. I like.
Oh, okay.
It's not very good. I got 134.
All right.
You can still freeze the limbs.
You can still freeze them. They aren't invulnerable to cold. However, they are resistant.
I'll have it hit on cut then.
Okay. Make your attack.
So basically, like from the description I'm getting, it's like this attack is like the breath of a like ice dragon.
Yes. It can hit on cold or cut. So you shoot a pair of icicles, and they just sort of seem to constantly break in mid-flight and shower him with deadly shards. However, he sort of turns around and flails, like gestures with his flail. Most of them are batted aside. The others like harmlessly ping off of his incredibly durable armor. But he actually now seems sort of focused on you. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, and then but he's on the defensive.
He is on the defensive by 2 points.
I will activate my ice.
You activate Ice Shield. You now have a shield of 1,500 health.
And then I will run full movement towards the blood.
Oh, the blood element. Okay, move towards Solario.
All right.
Let me check my movement. I think it's 8.
Chef.
I'll actually have another little thing for you. I'd like you to either make an agility roll, or you'll have to walk through it only half pace, because this area is full of people trying to crowd out of where you are and to the north. I'm actually going to put some icons down to show you.
Gabriel raises her hand and says, "Chef, take a walk."
What are you doing? Oh. Oh, no. Gabriel. Where is she? She's down there, though.
Yep. She's down there, but to my
She can see through his eyes and the...
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm actually at 156.
Okay, he is going to attempt to block, but
Doesn't
he gets
see
all the negatives.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't think he has any more. Oh, wait, negative 30 also for second attack. Oh. No. Oh, well, hold on a minute. Nah, he doesn't get it. Even with his bonuses, that brings him to like 30 something. So it hits him. What's the resistance?
260 means that the its physical resistance 140.
40?
Unless
So how much did I actually move?
It moved 20... Oh, wait, no, it's actually slower than I thought. It only moved the 15 feet towards you.
Oh, no, how much did I move?
Oh, you? What speed are you?
no, it's
I'm speed 8.
I'm sorry. Since I cast it on an other person, it actually reaches the impossible difficulty and makes a physical resistance 160.
Awesome. You get to move 95 feet, so you get to move to this square.
Okay, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
This one, right?
Yeah, that one right there. So what do you? One more time. What are you casting on him?
Teleports. I'm
Oh.
I'm basically sending him far from the village.
Okay. Physical distance.
I'm just delaying this problem until we've dealt with other problems.
He gets a 120, which is not enough.
It is not enough. So unless he weighs more than a ton, he's teleported towards the edge of this pocket dimension. I'm sending him 60 miles from here.
Okay.
You should have just sent him 60 miles into the air and have him fall down.
Well, they don't want him to die. They want him to be their friend.
we don't want him to die. We want to regain control. But yeah, I'm sending Chef on a walk.
Okay. Chef is on a walk. How many feet away?
60 miles.
60 minutes. Okay, that's a big walk. He won't be back for several hours.
Yeah.
He goes away. Okay, no, I was just checking the size. I would place him at about like 800 pounds, but not a ton. So he's a big guy, not that big a guy.
Yeah. All right. I'm glad I didn't try to make him unconscious because he can't be unconscious.
Yep. You figured that out a couple times. All right. It is now Farron's turn. Farron, you're waiting for him. Waiting. He's not coming. What do you do?
Yeah, if I was going to move a little bit over there to try and get into position, and then obviously see that it's not there anymore.
Yeah, you might see the last hints of the portal that just like moved into him and dragged him away. Oh no, you might not be able to see psychic powers. Never mind.
Okay. I'm actually going to have a cancel out soul form then. Probably going to be able to kill. I mean, Joel yelled about the destruction mage and probably heard that over the pedigree, but it's still inefficient to like waste all my Xeon, keep it in soul form while I'm waiting for it to show up. So.
Yeah. You gonna pull her out of soul form?
Yeah.
Yep. Out of soul form, back to normal. All right. Next is question mark turn, but not the older question mark. The newer question mark.
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah.
Mark.
What's your question?
Once you put your Shelly back into your body, can you keep it in soul form, ready to just come out? Or does that take...
I would say it takes Xeon.
Okay, so it's not worth it.
If you use the initial action to transform it, right?
Let's
unless you do that in you, then
let's say no for now. But honestly, it mentions that when you put them in your body, they're in like a perfect stasis, which makes me think that you could do that. But I'm not gonna get into the finite points of that right now. That'll allow for a lot of other crazy things.
That's a question for another.
Yeah. Okay. So, in this turn, while you are running away, Killian, you are running towards the Lariel. I want you to make a magic person check and then a defense roll. Well, your notice is decently high, isn't it?
My notice is 95. I was gonna say
Not that.
for a blind person, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still taking the minus. From
The minus
air,
what?
80.
Yes, minus 80.
Also, I think, Tess, that there's a bit of echo coming from your speakers being too close to your mic. Okay.
Okay.
That's a nice magic appraisal.
it gets bumped to 160, right? Or...
The next step would be 160. Yeah.
All right. Now I want you to make a defense check at minus 170.
At minus 170. Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah, you did cast your own shield on you.
Yes. All right. You are running. You are bolting towards the L'Oreal. You get the sense at the last moment. You sense the palpable tingle of magic behind you as it strikes you in the... Oh, I don't know why I made that a GM roll. I'm sorry. He rolled 60 plus 150 for 210. Square in the back. You feel it carving into you, this energy that sort of dissipates over your body. It is flowing darkness. And Thelario can just straight up see this happening. The gentleman wasn't gesturing. He was moving away past Killian. Though he seemed to be like just one with the crowd. You wouldn't have noticed him until he sort of just casually glanced back and fired a bolt of darkness at him. And now I can actually show...
Is it my protege? How dare he?
It is a little buddy. It is a pale, dark-haired young man, and he turns and shoots you. Do you have any armor against energy?
I have 4 armor against energy.
Excellent. You take 90 damage. That is
Sorry,
critical.
I have 6 armor against energy.
You take 72 damage.
That is still critical.
That's still critical. Roll your physical resistance. Oh, I deleted him, so his question mark is gone now. Whoops.
I see him. Yes, I see him. I knew it was him.
If it is him. And you turn just briefly, just enough to see like the face of your protege fade into the background again. You know he's using something you taught him because the moment somebody passes by, he is a shadow and gone. Thelaria, you can technically make a notice check as well, if you want to just see where he's gone.
Yeah. I'm also... I wish my familiar that has music magic could be here so that I could play What You Say.
Oh no. No.
What was his name again?
Did you? I thought you had a name for him. Let me check. I had him.
I think you picked it, and I forgot.
All right, let me go grab it for you.
Ooh. Yeah, on 199, I don't think I'm able to spot this person. Unless if he gets the penalty from disappearing from right in front of my face, which I think is like minus 200?
He technically gets a penalty, however, the thing is that he has enough movement value to get away from you and around a corner.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So you definitely can track him to that corner, but beyond that, you don't know where he is.
Is he within 1,500 feet?
He is within 1,500 feet.
All
so
right.
yes, you may do your special notice about that. Good, always remembering that.
240. Alright, 285.
Uh, 285. Yes, you can detect him once he gets around the corner. Even though he like blends in perfectly with the shadows, you can still generally sense his location.
Okay.
I yell out. His name was Hugo, right?
Yeah, Hugo.
No.
Okay. I thought it was Hugo.
Well, I would say because that's his last name.
Yeah. So you just say hello. You say what'd you say?
I just yell Fleming.
Oh,
To know I know it's him.
All right. He does not peek around again. He is momentarily invisible, except for to Droll. He is technically above the screen right now, so that's why I have him like off of it. But you know exactly where he is. Null and Thalario's turn, I believe. Null is like da 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 da. Almost there. Thalario's turn.
I'm gonna shoot this guy's legs.
Okay. Shoot the Destruction Mage's legs, or this guy.
This guy.
Okay.
I don't know who he is. All I know is
That he just
he's-
shot a friend.
yeah, he just shot a friend. And I'm gonna shoot him back, even if it takes 20 life points.
All right.
So, I'm minus 60 again? Minus 40 is what you said the last time. And 2 points of fatigue. And ballista shot.
Are you shooting at his legs?
Yeah.
Are you doing a crippling shot or just shooting at his legs?
I'm trying not to murder this person.
You could do a crippling shot for no penalty.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah. So crippling shot, pow pow. All right. That's a thrust attack, so he will take 120% damage,
Okay.
divided by half because you're crippling him.
So 60%. So 60% of right. 295 times no wait. Times 0.6. 177 points of damage. Sam?
Oh, sorry. Yes. Also, sorry. You shoot through a building.
Yeah.
And that's a bigger building. Subtract 60 from the base damage.
Yeah, so that's gonna be 235 times 0.6, 141.
Okay. He is thankfully not dead, but now make a roll a critical of 282.
It's 282. 321.
Okay.
Can you still kill people with a crippling shot?
Well, his leg is gone. He is alive for 5 turns. He has exactly 5 turns to live.
So yeah, Filariel extends her hands behind her back, like becoming this sort of giant ballista with her fingertips like turning into the string that's pulling back. She opens her mouth and like the giant bolt like comes out of her mouth and just like stabs through the building, and you hear a shout of pain from your protege.
Yep.
I was gonna say, is the leg cut off or is it
It's
just
gone.
obliterated?
It is. Well, no, it's technically off, but like a significant portion of the bone is like shattered and all over behind. So it's in pieces, but it exists still.
Okay, well, we might be able to regenerate that.
True. All right. And now it is Joral's turn.
Summoning ritual.
Summoning ritual. All right. Initiative then. Initiative.
right.
I'm doing this a lot today. Anyways, initiative. Ah. Who's slapping stuff?
That's my
Is
wife.
that dog? Oh, okay. I thought that was my son. Sorry. Your initiative is so good. Why is everyone's initiative so good?
Mine's been boosted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You just psychically boosted.
Yeah. Some people's
Would rather.
some people have
Come
psychic boosts. And yeah, that plays into it. Right. So 275 for the mysterious, probably a destruction mage.
Probably. Is everybody's initiative rolled?
Yep.
I gotta roll his initiative, which is that. Oh, he fumbled. Not a big deal, but he's at 25. Okay. Initiative descending. Okay. So, things seem to be calm for a moment. You hear the cry of pain, Killian. Jural, you're the only one capable of seeing. This person, glances over their shoulder as Delario fires, hears the shout of pain, and you can see them, like a frown crease their face, and they begin to gesture to cast magic. They were doing it without doing either of those things, gesturing or speaking before, which made them very hard to notice.
Okay,
But
so
as
like
they-
the destruction mage, you mean? I'm noticing the destruction mage.
Yes, the destruction mage finally begins to gesture in order to cast spells. She casts 2 different spells. One, which makes her vanish. She seems to fold down on herself and vanish in a small flash of light. Same thing with the fallen gentleman over here. Both of them vanish. Let me see if she has any for anything more. That's actually a weirdly costly spell for somebody who's not an air mage. Mage is hard even for the DM. And she will...
Wait, the protege teleported away as well?
Yes, the protege was also teleported away. Everybody will next need to make a defense roll. Everybody defense. Not surprised, not blinded on this one, thankfully.
So they teleported away. Did they teleport out of the 1000?
They didn't teleport. Oh yeah, no, they didn't. You actually see them both reappear at the door to the cottage.
I should have taken secure defense instead of the detect.
Well,
Why now?
well,
You may
it's
die now.
Filariel's turn next.
Yep. So that's how much they're gonna need to teleport. Okay, and they will have a little bit. Okay, so your shield disappears.
Whose shield disappeared?
Wait,
Killian,
the
you
fumble
may
makes
make-
it disappear?
I'm pretty sure the fumble makes it disappear. Let me make a check real quick. Real quick. Secure defense states that... Oh, this isn't the wrong one. There it is. Oh, it's only when you're casting the shield. Okay, not when you are defending with it. That makes things so much better. That actually makes an old boss I had. They weren't supposed to die. But oh well. Make your fumble check. Ooh. Almost you're on the defensive, but you're fine. Fernando, your armor is 6 against energy?
That is correct.
Alright, then you will only take 30% damage of this attack. What about you, Jor-El?
What?
I need a defense check from everyone.
Oh, shit. I hope the civilians aren't also getting hit.
They actually are not.
Okay, cool.
You can see that they're very... from everybody's point of view, a shard of pure darkness flies through the air to take its place at the very top of the town, like in the center of town, but hovering high above, and then splinters, all of its shards turning into crackling dark splinters of energy that fly towards specifically all of you, none of the civilians.
Okay.
Wait. How?
Oh wait, no. The last
Is
one.
it? So, is it? What spell is it?
It's not Domo Destruction, that's the magical version, but it is
The
area of effect destruction. Oh yeah, she has to make a willpower or power check to stop that, doesn't she?
No, I don't have that on.
Oh, okay.
But I was wondering if it was her destruction mage doing it or the other one.
No.
I
Though
think-
the shard is darkly colored, it is not darkness magic, it is destruction.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah. The first defense is gonna be for Gabriel, 355. The second one is 285 for Jorel. And the last one, 253, is for Philario.
Alright, the only one that needs to work, everybody's put on the defensive. 253, does she have energy armor?
I know she does not.
Okay, in that case, 253, that will mean 30% on her. She takes 48 damage.
Okay. 192 life points left.
Killian, you take, because you have 6 energy armor. You also take 48 points of damage. Everybody else, oh yes, she's gone. Omen, you defended very well.
Well, that's another critical.
That's another critical. Yep, so critical on you.
Roll physical resistance.
Oh, and that means I can't cast anymore because then I'll kill myself.
Yep, you are in trouble.
Okay.
Ouch. That hurt.
What hurt?
That's that attack.
Oh, yeah. Well, it definitely hurt Killian.
I'm at
everybody-
4 life.
4 life, yep. Did Thelario defend?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Philario is the one
I-
who rolled 253 and who lost life points from this, which means she can't ballista the enemy.
She could. I forgot that. Yeah, she has the range where she could take that shot. However, on this same turn, the mage grabbing the unconscious and legless Hugo pulls him through the portal and closes the door. And we are out of combat for the moment. Technically, though we'll keep this initiative up just for certain purposes. You are now trapped here amid the flood of people all scattering to the 4 corners of this town. There are like a select few who are like prowling through the city now with kitchen knives and other like remarkably dull utensils. Like there's a couple with a blacksmith's hammers and mallets and things like that. Oddly enough, there doesn't seem to be any real weaponry in this town. What is your next decision?
We should leave.
Should we
don't
not try
know
and
what
direct
caused
people
this
towards the
chaos.
exit? No?
I asked the blood thing if it can carry me.
Yes. Also, I'm gonna cast Blood Clot on you.
There's a
I
bunch
don't
of
think
blood
it's
on you
okay.
now.
Yeah, I was gonna no, there's not, because it washes away. Because
Oh yeah, he is laying in a pool of blood, but there's no blood on him.
Okay, I'm still gonna cast Blood Claws on him. Da, 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 bu- bu- bu. Okay, what's my intelligence with Filariel? Intelligence 8. Perfect. No, not perfect. No, yes, actually perfect. You heal 20% of any life points lost from cuts or bleeding.
Let's see. You took both shots you took were from energy damage. So you don't heal anything, but you do stop bleeding.
Oh, I don't. Was I bleeding before?
You were bleeding. Whenever you take a critical hit, you start to bleed.
Ah.
I thought that, like, you know, the energy bolts piercing through his flesh might cause like loss of life,
You can
basically-
reject that if you want to, and I did describe them that way. But as they shattered, they just turned into like pulsing energy bolts that rain down on you guys.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna cast it to stop the bleeding. Then and lose 40 life for the Xeon.
No one likes darkness mages.
Hmm?
Both the darkness mages are basically dead.
You're
Well,
good.
you know that
You're still alive.
and you know that Merethy is also a creation mage of epic proportions, so she can certainly repair his leg.
Yeah.
Uh,
You okay? You look like that hit you pretty hard. Killian?
Very hard. It hit very, very hard.
Okay, well, let's get you back to Idarit's tree so that she can heal you.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Iron Blood Armor mode, basically wrap myself around Killian and protect him as we're leaving. I'm gonna leave the staff and the ring in good hands. Because I don't
What do you
think.
mean? They're still. I still have them. I'm not unconscious.
Yeah, I know. But I don't think with those two criticals you're gonna be able to do much to stop me from taking them from you.
And Omen's coming up this way.
Yeah.
Okay, if that's how we want to play things, we can play this game.
Here's the
Just
the
know,
staff.
I'm learning how to undo familiar bonds. If you want to play.
Oh no. By the way, you do know that with your teleportation ability, you got the full distance.
Ooh, wow.
Chef is out there.
60 miles.
Yes.
This
He's
is
not.
a big pocket dimension or a
Yeah.
portal.
Yeah.
I look down at my compass, and I'm gonna switch it to the frequency that Genesis Splinter Tracer is on.
Okay. It points towards Killian.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, of course.
What about me?
Well,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have the Splinter Tracer
Yeah,
on. You
no.
have the cloak on you.
No worries. Ignore that. Okay, yeah, I was trying to see if I could pinpoint it, if the compass went wild, I could be like, oh yeah, we are definitely in another dimension because it's not picking up like the senses of the of that artifact. Now I'm remembering. Oh yeah, it's right there. It's right over there. Okay. Do we just... Okay. Do we just... We should tell everybody where the exit is and just let everybody out. Yeah. No. Stay with Karma. Gabriel and I are going to go around and just point everyone to the exit, tell everybody how to get out of here, and yeah. And after that, we're gonna go back ourselves. Killian is in a bad spot, so if we can, we're gonna have to. We're gonna need a few minutes to regroup between healing Killian and getting Chef back. Yeah, let's just stay here. Anybody comes your way, tell them tell them where the exit from this dimension is. I'm just gonna go around town yelling at people and letting them know that like the exit is in the cabin that's over there on top of the hill.
You may use your persuasion for this. However, leadership would be better.
Well, it's a good thing I have both. Leadership.
All right. You actually do a surprisingly good job of this old man, flanked as you are by whoever you want to be.
I think Gabriel's coming with me.
Yep, Gabriel is not the tallest or the broadest, but she's still fairly intimidating with her garb. And gathering attention, telling everybody where they need to go. It seems like for the vast majority of these people, their attitudes have changed significantly. You see the man who you talked to earlier has not necessarily changed physically, but it's almost difficult to recognize. He's got like this broad, like toothy grin. He's just laughing and cackling madly as he walks through past people who like shy away from him. You'll see you've actually seen like several times now fights breaking out among the people. Some with knives, some with fists. But you manage to get everyone's attention on you, and those who are willing to listen, you direct them onward up the hill. There are some who post questions. They ask you what's going on, who are you, and what do you have to do in all this?
Yeah. We came here to rescue you from this place. The exit is that way.
All right. Your leadership will keep them from like confronting you physically. Mm-hmm. They will go more and more of them will like sort of head that way.
Okay.
What are you guys doing now?
I tried to see if I spot anybody else. If I spot like Omen among the crowd, and if I do, I'm gonna let her know. So I sent Chef 60 miles this way. Gabriel's gonna go and get him, and Karma is over there still unconscious with no. Killian's badly hurt. He won't be able to do much until we get him healed. I think we should. We should either leave him behind and keep going, or we should retreat and come back to the compound later. Have you found Gale?
This is after you're finding Omen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
a place where you guys are all together on this map, please.
Okay. Probably back at the town
Joel's
square.
come to us, right? So yeah. In square.
Sounds fair. In this case, so you're talking about this.
Yeah.
Let's see here. You may make a notice check if you want, Omen. Dang it. I haven't been rolling terribly well today. Not that that's a bad thing for you guys. Oh, who is this on Joral's team?
It's Joro.
Forget. It's Joral? Oh yeah, super notice. I've forgotten. Just specifically for looking for this person. However, it is true that by the description given to you by Omen, you might not have immediately recognized them. However, as like the crowd is largely to the north of you, moving towards the shack with the supposed portal back to Merithi's castle, Merithi's compound. And there's most everybody is moving. Very few people are like sitting still, and those that are like crowding away into the corners, trying to find like places to hide and figure out and whether the more brutish folk who are out on the streets. But right here, just a little ways down a flight of stairs, you see someone sort of step out from around the corner, just like peering up at you and the group. Null actually notices this first, and he's sort of looking past Omen. Omen, you turn around and look, and she has longer hair than she had the last time you noticed. You don't think they let her cut it here. It's down past her chin now. And she also seems dressed in what you know she probably would have hated before. She has a blue dress on, slightly puffy shoulders, looking very comfortable. She has like longer sleeves that come to her wrist. However, in addition to this, she does have a knife in her hand. A knife that has blood on it, as well as just a little bit of blood on her shoe and on the hem of that dress, which has been torn a little bit. And she's just sort of like standing there, peering up at you cautiously. She seems a little bit wild-eyed, like they're shifting back and forth between you and Null. But she does like slowly begin to step up the stairs. Gale, or your friend, very plain in the face, if not quite so in her unhappy and unsettled demeanor.
It's about time.
Null immediately
Go.
like looks to her, looks at Joral and says, "Joral, wake him up! Wake Karma up!
Yeah.
Use your healing magics."
It has that.
But yeah, she will like slowly just sort of take steps over, and her eyes slide over to the others and says, "Who are these people?"
Oh,
We mean
It's
Joel
me.
and
I'm the
Killian?
one who got them to come save you.
He looks at the blood rose.
Blood Rose looks back.
Well, where's Farron?
Farron's hidden at the moment.
Yes, we messed that up a little.
Really not the best of warm receptions, but you could at least say hi.
Hi. And she like looks over at Null, and Null's like, "Karma's okay. He's just asleep." And like Karma, like he sort of settles himself onto the side of Gale, and he's like, "Hey." And Gale looks at him and like kind of slides over and one-handed hugs him, the one that's doesn't have the knife in it. Do you want? She like lays down the knife and extends her hand over to you, Omen.
Yeah, I'll take it and probably pull into a hug.
All three of you, it's like, man, I really wish Karma were here for this, but
He's right there.
I know, but like he like reaches up and like smooshes Karma's lips. "I'm so glad that you guys are here. Oh man, this is the best day ever." It's not the same. I can't do Karma's voice.
We should be fine, right?
The doctor said so. Joral won't tell me anything. And like Gale like reaches up and like squeezes his face, and he says, He's alive. He doesn't seem well."
Yeah, whatever was around here, I think there were some more of Mirith's mages
Yeah,
from first.
Where are
They're gone now, though.
Are they dead?
You'd have to ask these two.
Well, one of them's
No.
got his leg torn off, but the other one teleported both of them away out of the exit.
Good. About the leg, anyways.
Omen.
Yes?
I can go get Chef.
Yeah, we should deal with that before we leave.
I'll take care of it. So Gabriel flips through the Necronomicon, starts to cast, and just before she casts the Control Undead spell, she's gonna teleport to where he is, and then try to try to cast it.
Make your teleportation check.
Yeah. Hopefully I managed to teleport myself. Okay. Oof. Oh, yeah. 260. Nope, I'm missing it by 20 points, so I'm only moving 6 miles. So it's gonna take me a few tries before I get there correctly.
I'm just gonna say you're doing the teleport high and drop thing.
Can you get the door for me?
Yeah, 1 sec. I'll be right back.
Sec.
Yeah, all good. So Gil says, okay, so there's a lot going on. I assume this is just gonna be how it is for a while.
But what do you mean?
Is she trying to
All
live
of these guys, yeah.
Yeah, this guy and that thing, and she points at Delariel.
Well,
And
we also
that
have
one
like a
who
big.
just vanished.
Yeah, well, kind of traveling together for the time being. In here the whole time, so you don't know. But Dronholf is really messed up at the moment.
Did they do it?
Like, I mean, I don't think so. There were trees which came to life, and like a big skin monster, and a god, and like an angel thing, which is a little girl.
Well,
Like, a lot of fighting.
yeah, it sounds like it. It's weird because I'm parsing through. It feels like I've been here for literally my whole life.
Well, you haven't. It's been about maybe.
It's been like
So.
4 months.
Well, it feels longer.
Yeah, I know it. Well, it felt longer for me.
Yeah.
But I guess a lot more happened out there. I know not the time for me to be catching up, so she goes down and picks up her dagger. I'm ready for what you need. Are you?
Oh, you want to explain that, by the way?
What? Half the people in here are serial killers.
Not much of paradise, is it?
Well, it was before this happened. Fudge. I don't know who my mom, she quotes, my mom here. I don't know what she was before she got here, but I hope she's okay.
Oh,
Anyways.
it was a prison.
Look, I'm sorry about what happened here. Like, it just kind of happened. I imagine Joel just did it without telling us.
Did you come here for me? Then
Yes,
I
I brought them here.
absolutely no reason to judge what you had to do. Killian.
Yeah,
You?
I was waiting for that. I also have a bone to pick with you. Your descriptions were a little off when you told me about.
I was admittedly in the middle. I didn't want you to find them because I thought you would. You were on her side.
You didn't tell me they're so murderous.
Well, we weren't. I wasn't. They weren't. I imagine things have changed outside now. She gives like a semi-serious look to Omen and Null. And Null's like, I haven't killed anyone. Still. But I haven't been through the whole thing.
I think I've killed any humans.
You did kill that mage.
You killed the maid.
I did kill that mage.
But I think that can be forgiven. She was friends with Mirathea or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Did with the pipe? Did you?
I can't judge. What? Let's go. Let's get out of here. I'm ready to get out of here. If we can get out of here, I want to get out of here.
Yeah, for sure. One thing though, Killian, you never really told us. I guess now isn't the time, but
I never what?
I guess thank you.
Poof! I reappear with Chef.
Shoof. Oh, is that the magic resistance for him?
Yeah,
Thank you,
I made the rolls. I spent the Xeon. He's back.
Thank you, I forgot. Yep, Chef reappears. He is still Chef.
Not moving or anything.
Nope, he's pretty quiet, pretty calm,
Nope.
not fighting.
He's now under control of
So-
Gabriel, right?
Yes.
He's a rabid hound you just keep around.
Pretty much.
I mean, he's kind of property we stole of Black Sun.
Yeah.
In that sense, but yeah, as long as nothing like that happens again, he should be under control. Well, maybe not my control anymore.
You guys don't like cutting your loose ends, do you?
Sadly, she did. The Chef wasn't the only one under her control. But anyways,
Yeah. This dimension is pretty huge. Okay, yeah. I say we let's get out of here with all of the innocent people that we just freed.
Oh, if you're teleporting in and out anyway, do you want to just zap us back there?
Yeah.
Apparently there's serial killers wandering around.
Serial
admittedly,
killers.
a lot of the people here, actually know or knew some of them. But yeah, there are some rude folk wandering around now. I may have been exaggerating when I said half, not half, but a man did try to hit me with a pole, and he had already bludgeoned several others.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what causes mass pandemonium or how you guys broke out of her spell.
Philario burned the book, destroyed the book that had everybody's false memories in it, releasing everybody from the illusion at the same time.
Oh, cool. Thanks for warning us.
Yeah, that was helpful.
Yeah, that was helpful. By the way, I still remember everything.
Everything from the real world or this one?
Both. And that's sort of what is
Confusing.
hard to deal with. But I know that it was magic. And that they weren't real.
Always magic.
It might fade away with time, it might stay with you. Whatever the case is, we should leave now. And unless altogether we weigh more than a ton, we are now back at the shed.
Okay.
We should
you arrive
probably
at the
just leave the rest of them in here, though. They'll be It'll give
They're
them
all
something
making the
to
way
do
out
while
anyway.
we hide.
Yeah, they know where the exit is.
Some of them do.
Yeah. How? Yeah. If we lock them back up, they'll have to do something about them while we.
Listen, we can talk
Lock
about.
them back up, a lot of them are gonna die. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, we'll leave and then lock them back up, and then they'll start
They might.
changing their minds again.
Let's just get out of here now that we can do. That's. Can we? Can we? I was like,
I'd like to, yeah.
do that. Yep, I'd like to too. Yeah, high fives, high fives. I can only high five one person at a time because I'm holding our unconscious best friend. Let's go.
All right.
You teleport. Immediately. That's a good roll. Decent roll, at least. Okay. Let me see. So you get there, and immediately. Actually, let me check because I love this one. Okay. Immediately you get there. Chef takes up the spot of 2 people, and they fall out of him unconscious.
Oh, glad to know I can teleport things into other people to make them unconscious as well. Supposed to be only the people that get teleported. Okay, that's good to know.
So you immediately find yourself among a crowd. There are a bunch of people standing around, and you can see they're sort of all spread out now. They seem to be and as soon as you appear, several of them jump. A lot of them scurry back afraid, and immediately one says, "Hey, you lied to us!"
Go push the door open.
You look over at the shack, and it has actually been ripped down. The doorway is standing there, open and empty.
Give me 1 second. Gabriel, can I have the dimension opening ring again, please?
We'll hand you your Bernie ring.
All right. We might not. Oh. Actually, Gabriel is gonna teleport into the sky and try to get a view of where we are map-wise. If we are actually if this is actually a pocket dimension, or if this is just another place that we portal to.
Okay. How high are you teleporting?
It's on myself. So yeah, I'm gonna teleport myself 4 miles.
4 miles in the air?
Yep. And just try to observe.
A breath of cold washes over you. You know that if here you can't breathe very well either. And for a moment you're in the sky. You look down and see the vast expanse of the land beneath you. I admittedly had plans for when you did your teleporting out, but it's fine. As you pull back from the world, you see the place where you came from, the village, 4 miles down. And around it, a tremendous expanse of water. The land does seem to be pretty sizable, not the size of any continents, but a large island with speckled smaller ones in its vicinity. You don't see any other land.
Okay. Gotcha. I'm gonna teleport back before I fall too hard.
Okay, teleport back. She's back.
Okay. Yeah, we're definitely in the pocket dimension.
Okay, thanks. I thought we were leaving.
Yeah, and the door was supposed to be here.
I'll make another door.
I'm gonna try. Can't make any promises. This might just take us to the wake or to the real world. We'll see. Everybody, stand back. Stand back. I'm gonna punch for a hole in reality where the door used to be.
You punch, the door opens a perfect circle of burning fire, and immediately you get the sense that this is not quite like the regular wake. Through it, instead of just hovering there, it seems that through it floods like this faint, shadowy energy that sort of spreads along the ground like sludge. You can see it like growing as it extends. Stepping forward to peer in, you can see it didn't open a portal back to your realm. It seemed to open a portal to something like the wake. But
this might be the Nexus, which would be the place where souls go when they die to be recycled, to deposit their memories and to return and to be born again with different pieces of souls attached together.
who is stepping through to look out?
Not me.
I mean, who is peering through the gate?
I think Jorl might have been looking, but not not past the threshold,
Okay. Does anyone else want to take a peek?
I'll take a peek.
Okay, take a peek. Omen?
Yeah, alright.
Okay. Jorl, Omen, Killian, everybody, make me a willpower check.
Oh boy.
We don't use these rolls normally, and I don't intend to continue using them. But this is just
yes.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. 'cause I have 4 will.
It's the shock. It's the shock value.
Ooh. No. Omen, Jorl, your mind is so hardened by all the horrors you know to exist. Omen, you're reunited with your friend. Your thoughts are fresh and happy and hopeful, and then this is just wailing on your consciousness. And Killian, you never were very good. So as the three of you sort of peer through, the trees all seem to be made of like semi-solid material. It seems to have that same idea that it's trying to shape itself like the material world, but there's not as much of a proper solid experience of it from this side to really give it any shape. And in that same vein, as you sort of peer to the left and right, you can see that the sky is not really quite a sky. It seems to be massive intertwining funnels of lights and clouds and water just sort of circling each other, floating through ethereal space. You can see faint flashes of light that illuminate massive planes of unknown material that seem to float in the sky above you, ready to crash down at any moment. And you pull your heads back in. And that was an experience.
Let's not go through there.
Technically, you guys lose a certain amount of mental health. I don't think it'll actually be terrible to anyone else, but that is going to be the second time when we end a session on let's look into the wake. Oh, it's bad there.
Yep. Okay, well, I guess we're here. For now. I'm gonna let the portal close.
It is closed.
Nice game.
Nice game.
Yep.
GG.
I'll give you your experience in a second. I was going to do something. Oh yeah. I'm still looking to see exactly how much shock you would have lost there.
Yeah.
Because that was a pretty...
If it was a greater panic with a difficulty of 0, which would have been like something like 10, which means difference of 4 points for Tez and 2 points for it would just have been like -2 and -5 mental health.
I wanted it to be before something terrifying, which is -2.
Okay, which means Killian would actually have been at -6, which is almost the place where you can have a heart attack. Almost, but not quite.
You don't have a heart attack, and neither does
Omen.
Well, Killian got a 6, so he would be at... Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Everybody loses a little bit of mental health. I'm probably never going to do that to you again, so you guys are fine. But there are such vast distances beyond that gate and such vast objects. The pure bending and seemingly lacking of laws in there to nature that it is mind-boggling, and if you think about it, it makes you dizzy.
Yeah, got it. We saw
we
Cthulhu's bathroom. Got it.
Yes. Yep. All right. Thankfully, he wasn't in there.
All right. Heading up now. Have a great day, everyone.
Have a great day, everyone.
I really love this session.
EXP will be around shortly.
Okay. Hi everyone, and thank you for watching this video. If you want to keep up with all of the adventures on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you can get a notification each time we upload the next episode of this story. And it would be very nice of you to like and share the video to help this channel grow. Have a nice day, everyone.